We're just starting again. Sorry.
Competitors, it is 5:57 p.m. This is your 3-minute warning. 3 minutes.
So we're 100% live now.
Yes.
Thank you. This is my second time doing the intro, so apologies if it's not as good as the first. 768 days ago, we converged in this very building, not knowing that it would be our last taste of the outside world before our lives were changed forever. But the spirit of the ninja community never wavered in those 768 days. And so, stronger than ever, nearly 2,000 athletes from over a dozen countries, ranging from 6 to 66, take on the hardest course that has ever been assembled in the National Ninja League. And so, from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina, DGS Ninja presents the 7th Annual National Ninja League World Championship. I'm Alex Cunningham, and joining us from down under, the Ninja Challenge League was so kind as to let us borrow Jack Anderson.
It's a pleasure to be here, Alex. What a wonderful intro and wonderful setting to what is perhaps the biggest crowd I've ever seen around a ninja event in my personal experiences. This is just electric.
I would hazard a guess that there are easily several thousand people here.
All here to watch some amazing competitors take on perhaps the most difficult NNL course we've ever seen.
Absolutely, and I know we've had some hard ones in the past, but our competitors are so much more ready for the insane obstacles that are transpiring. A couple of them they've seen before, especially on the second half of the course with the pipe coaster and the new finishing obstacle of Stage 1, aerial barrel, that you can see in the background of the screen there.
And yeah, just because they've been seen before, the reason they're back is because they're so difficult. I think that's the reason that they've brought them back, is in the past they've been known to take out lots of competitors, and that's what Stage 1 is. It's a type of course that we need to get a lot of people out of in a very quick amount of time.
This is technically not the first runner coming up. We've had a couple of staff members that ran earlier this afternoon on exactly this course. You can see there on the screen, Philip just posted them. And wow, somebody was already cleared in young adults.
That
so
awesome.
just in case you were wondering if this course is possible, it is very possible.
This course is extremely doable.
Unfortunately, no clears in that staff wave. We did record it, so we have that on file. I promise it happened. I was there. I watched all of it.
And with 1:25 on the clock, it may not feel like this is particularly possible a lot of the times, especially for our adult and elite divisions. But I think we're going to see some clears today. I think we're going to see a lot.
I completely agree. We do have 2 waves of the adult division. Now, for those of you expecting some of your favorite ninjas from a television program that we're trying not to mention this weekend, they will mainly be in the elite division. That will start at about 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow.
Yeah, and the course that you're looking at currently is for the adults division. Tomorrow, for the elites division, it will be slightly harder, just removing a few rings, not any major adjustments, but those adjustments make a huge difference. Some bigger barrels, just to make it more difficult for our top-level competitors.
But that is not to diminish the skill of these adult athletes. Some of them have been around the sport for years. I think a lot of them are just scared of the 15-year-olds that are insane.
Absolutely. There's just some people in the elite division that are just too good. So
I don't blame them at all. I am not even good enough to be in the adult division, so I really can't say. These adult athletes are definitely strong. They deserve all of our respect and love, and we are going to see athlete number 1, Maxwell McHugh, go to the course right now.
And
18 years of age. This is his 2nd World Championship, and he has been out on the 2 killers before. Monstro Swing 3 years ago, aerial barrel 2 years ago. Where did the years go, Jack?
Wow. And I think this is going to be scaring him, knowing that it's the last obstacle on this course now.
Yeah.
Oh, could we see first person, first clear? That would be huge.
All right, looks like we have 1:30 on the clock for the adults. That is news to me. It'll be 1:25 for elite. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Well, 1:30 is still not a lot of time here.
It is not a whole lot of a grace period now.
Wow. Well, I'm excited to see Maxwell step up to this course and see how he goes.
So certainly whichever obstacle Maxwell is unable to complete, if he's unable to complete any of them, he could get through, and I would love to see him do that. Start off the World Championship with a bang.
And how brave is it for Maxwell to be the first person stepping up to the course today? First one to really try this in front of the huge crowd here today. He's got to be nervous.
I completely agree. He has no beta. He is going in completely blind. But we are underway here from Greensboro at the 2022 NNL World Championship. Now, he's going to have to keep up a little bit more momentum as he laches across these swing groups.
And that one on the back end is hitting him in the back, just reminding him that he's got to be careful on his lachet here. We are moving through to Kitty Hawk here.
We actually had a staff member come up short on that dismount.
Wow, look at the swing he's got.
Too big of a swing, I think, but it works. He goes to switch grip, which is interesting. He's got to be careful because you don't want to grab the bottom edge of that.
He's having a bit of trouble here on Kitty Hawk. This is looking concerning here. Time is whittling down. Maxwell is running out of time here.
This is a burner. A lot of people are going to get hung up here. He really needs to go back. I take that back. That is why I am a commentator and not an athlete, because I was going to tell him to go back.
Well, talk about a nail-biting run here. Maxwell is fighting through this Kitty Hawk obstacle.
You know that he wants a new career best, and he is out on Kitty Hawk. I'm scared that that's going to happen to a lot of athletes. But a round of applause from the crowd. He is allowed to finish out stage one. We don't want to cheat you out of your money.
And what a fantastic rule that is. Now that the contenders, even though that they've fallen, they get to test out the rest of the course within their time limit. And Maxwell is going to retire. Oh no, he's going to keep on going.
I don't blame him.
And
just a reminder that those lily pads do tip. He is okay.
A lot of ninjas will be watching on right now, trying to figure out what mistakes they need to avoid. And that's the key of going later.
Hey, Maxwell going, man, respect.
Great stuff, Maxwell. And that's the issue of going in blind there. Maxwell hasn't seen anyone do anything so far. It's really requiring a lot of him.
Tyler Movsesian, a Northeast athlete. He's got Jordan Thurston on his sidelines. Jordan's going to be a busy man over the next 3 days. What? Philip is trying to...
His name's Drew Shields. We're sipping over Tyler. So
you know what? Tyler was a staff run. That's right.
So Drew is making his debut run here. Very exciting stuff from Drew. Looking a little bit nervous at the starting line, perhaps also a bit of calmness behind him.
And that's certainly understandable. These athletes largely have never competed in a setting like this. It's one thing to compete in a gym setting where, you know, you're amongst your friends. Maybe there are 10 people watching. There are hundreds of people watching Drew on possibly the biggest rig he's ever done, but he's making it look pretty good so far.
He's looking smooth. He's got that very good flow state about him. He's making everything look quite easy so far.
Now, he is allowed to kick back off of that platform. You saw him do that. Resets are allowed on this course. And he's making this look a lot easier than Maxwell.
Wow, Drew is having no problems for the first half of this course.
On to the traffic jam.
I love that obstacle name. That's
a Philip Scott creation. we realized that we could have called it Wheelhouse about an hour ago.
Traffic jam. Nah, I love that. That's beautiful.
I think our first instincts were correct.
As you guys can see, the wheels spin like crazy, and now he's moving on to Tar Heel turn.
Really got to watch those tipping lily pads. He look pretty fast across them, but not too fast.
And I'll tell you what, his time is good here. 28 seconds on the clock. This is definitely doable.
Oh, he makes the catch. Looking good so far. Now he's got to grit out these last two ropes.
You can see he's really fighting here.
Oh, gotta go back. Gotta go back, but he hangs on. Great maneuver. But now he's lost the time. Only 12 seconds left on the aerial barrel.
Can it be done?
He's got to go right here and then pull a rabbit out of the hat. And there's not anything you could have done there with only 12 seconds on the clock. A fantastic run by Drew that I believe puts him into first place.
Yeah, second off the chopping block. What a great run. That's such a notable run, and I'm sure he's going to be super happy to get there on his debut season.
And also because a lot of runners in this first wave are on their first World Championship, that is a huge morale booster. It's not like, you know, nobody's getting halfway through the course. Already you've seen this can be done. Just a little bit more urgency and, you know, just get that last obstacle locked in.
And that felt smooth. I wasn't worried there. That minute and a half felt like enough time there, which is really good to see. And hopefully we might see some early clears in these waves.
I keep saying we're going to see a clear tonight.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that clear. The crowd's excited. Everyone's kind of on their feet, waiting and watching for the first adult.
Shane Scudder is our next athlete. This is no, we're skipping Tyler Eklund. Okay, we had a couple of scratches, I guess.
And he's a returning veteran.
Yeah.
Been on stage 1 twice.
3 years ago, he failed swivel steps. Good news, he has done better than that today. Aerial barrel 2 years ago.
The infamous aerial barrel that he will have to face down once again if he can get to the end of this course.
Well, hopefully he'll have the time to attempt it. Lucas Reali, who was the winner of our Makoto Nagano Sportsmanship Award, is on his sideline. So he's a TA fitness athlete, I would assume. Looking pretty good here on Kitty Hawk, but he didn't get a swing. Now he can use that ring behind him to build up a swing.
Looks like he's got some backwards momentum going there. Not ideal in this situation.
There we go. Third try's the charm. And I've been on a number of spinning obstacles like that in my life. It always seems easier than it actually is.
Yes. Watching it from the sidelines, you're like, oh, how doesn't it work? And
yeah,
it's very clear. But he's moving through our next spinning obstacle, traffic jam.
These rings spin way more than you think they would.
Oh, and that's everything here is way harder than it looks.
Exactly.
That's how the NNL designs it.
That is exactly the theme of this course. You can watch beta until the cows come home. You can watch 1,000 runs on this course. You don't know how it's going to react until you touch it for the first time.
Ooh, coming out on the lily pads there.
That's exactly the case with the lily pads. They tip. They're on a spring mechanism, and if you don't hit them dead center, then you are done for. Tar Heel turn eliminated almost no one.
And it looks like he's resigning early.
Yeah, he's pretty much out of time. He's out of gas, but a tremendous run by Tyler.
Well, next up we've got Julian Duff stepping up to the chopping block. Our fourth competitor to come through here.
I love that, the chopping block.
The chopping block. That's such an Australian term. That's the way in which we do things over there.
Fair enough. A little bit of a different connotation in America. that would make it seem like he was being cut.
Oh, yes.
But Julian Duff is going to get a fair crack at this course, his first season, and actually based on his ID, seems like he's pretty new to at least the NNL, perhaps the sport of ninja.
Well, perhaps that's a good thing. You're fresh off the boat, you don't really know what to expect, and maybe that naivety will help him through this course.
Very well.
Julian stepping up and moving through swing bars here.
Needing an extra swing, that's okay.
And I'm surprised that we're not seeing anyone swing through swing bars.
Well, it's still early. I think some will.
I think some will.
He's going to pop hand over hand. I like that strategy. Some cheers in the background for one of our skills athletes that are going on right behind us. So it might be a little confusing to who's cheering for who, but we were all rooting for Julian there.
Coming out on Kitty Hawk. That's a big lâché.
That is a big lâché, yeah. And it's like I said, you don't know until you get up there. And it can be intimidating, especially for some of our newer athletes, as we're seeing Julian gas out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really awkward grab as well. A lot of people opting to grab the left side of the blade, and perhaps you really need to catch a mixed grip.
Keep going, yeah. So about 26 seconds, might as well. Coming out of Jump Climb Extreme, a gym that I believe is in the Baltimore, Maryland area.
And that rope is slippery. You can see his hands slipping as he goes up that rope.
It'll be could be an issue of his hands starting to get a little slick, getting a little sweaty. And this reach is no joke. I needed about 10 tries to get up this rope.
Wow.
The other day when I was testing it, he's just out of gas.
And what a great debut run from Julian.
Actually, I take that back. It is Frederick Ninja in Virginia. So my apologies to Julian. No, that is Jump Climbing. I'm lost. Maybe they merged. In any event, next up is Matthew Pika, coached by Mary Layton, who I know many of you are hoping is going to be on commentary here this weekend. And I am pleased to inform you that she is going to be stopping by during her commentary, between her coaching commitments. Matthew, the first runner here, and he's off. McHugh coming out of Ultimate Obstacles. They always have so many athletes here coming up from the Boston, Massachusetts area. Great swing, very powerful, but power not necessarily the name of the game here.
No, it's only a very small lâcher, and it's very much about getting through it as quickly as you possibly can here. And coming onto Kitty Hawk, this is the obstacle that seems to be taking out more people than we'd like it to. It's a good distinguishing obstacle to have early on.
Great catch.
But he's making it look easy.
But unfortunately, he's knocked it further away. Pulls it back in, heads up move by McHugh.
And you can see how much it's spinning and how hard it is to build that momentum from a static position. He's really having to fight here, but he gets that rope and he's going to be off and onto traffic jam with a decent time. This is definitely still doable if he keeps up this pace.
He is going to have to move though, and he's starting to get hung up on traffic jam. There's a reason it's called traffic jam, folks. It will bring you to a stop.
And you can see he's got that sideways momentum that he's had to kill, and that's killed a lot of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Usually on spinning obstacles like that, like a wing nut, you want to spin back and forth. This, you want to keep as centered as possible and just go straight up.
And you can see how big of a reach that was. He had multiple attempts at that and still couldn't grab it.
Hopefully he can get up and try the pipe coaster.
This course proving to be very brutal for our athletes right now.
I'm surprised at how many, granted it's still early, but I'm surprised how many are gassing out. It's only a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But it's
only a minute and a half.
It's really intense.
It's a constant lock-off. It's a constant demand. Constant adrenaline running through. And that can lead to gas. I think we're going to be surprised at the athletes that come unstuck on this course today.
Nick Andrioli is a name I recognize, coming out of the Ninja Lab franchise. They have two in Albany and Saratoga.
And he competed in 2019, coming out on Monstro Swing. So I think he's hoping to do better.
One of very, very many.
I think so.
We sell a shirt actually here that just says Monstro Swing Victim.
Wow. I'm sure it'd be beautiful if he was wearing that shirt today.
There were about 600 athletes that failed that obstacle across all divisions. Getting some last-second advice from our referee.
Making sure that everything's in check. I think he's going to be looking for that stage 1 clear here today.
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you commenting on
Thank you, yeah. It's so hard because everybody knows me and I haven't had the chance to say hello to anyone yet. And so everyone wants to... Yeah.
They're gonna find you. They're gonna find you.
Exactly, they're going to find me.
Well,
Nick underway. Running in a gator mask. Hopefully he's able to get some airflow.
and I think swing bars are serving as a really good intro obstacle here to get the arms warm, to get them settled. And he's looking really good. We're not seeing anyone have too much trouble on swing bars here. Everyone looking very smooth.
Yeah, I'm really glad people are getting through that second obstacle. It was an unexpected killer for a lot of people 2 years ago when it was forward progress. So we really wanted to make sure that both of the first two obstacles were very doable for the most number of athletes, but also not being, a complete gimmick.
Yeah, no, definitely. You need those distinguishing obstacles early on to make sure that you're cutting competitors where necessary.
And here's Nick kind of going for that side by side again. I don't really like that strategy, but it seems to be working for him.
And Nick's setting a good pace here. This is potentially doable if he can get through traffic jam and not get held up for too much longer.
You know, and actually taking a look, because those wheels are slanted, you do kind of have to go to the side a bit.
Yeah.
So I guess that side-by-side momentum does make a little bit more sense than I had initially suspected.
Wow,
he's had to go side-by-side here. Change of momentum obstacle.
Dismount proving difficult. We haven't seen anyone through the lily pads yet, and again, agility proving to be the killer here.
I am really surprised. The lily pads were their own obstacle 2 years ago. They weren't super difficult. We did see some people unexpectedly fail it. His time has run out, and he is not going to go for that gap. And as in the end of Nick Andrioli's run. Bear in mind, all of these athletes will get to perform their skills events.
So their competition's not over just yet.
Exactly.
Well, next up we've got Andrew Hartzell stepping up to compete on this course, making his debut run as well. We're seeing a lot of debut runs in the adult division, so not too many seasoned competitors in this. But that means that is no reason to discount them. They can definitely complete this course.
Especially a lot of adult athletes usually have crossover in another sport. Sometimes OCR or Spartan races, sometimes they were, former gymnasts.
So already built for this course.
Exactly. A lot of people find ninja as their, new outlet after being, competitive in a lot of different sports in college.
Yeah, exactly right. And Andrew's looking excited. I like the charisma he's got around him. He's looking positive. He's looking happy stepping up to this course today. And that's exactly what you need. You need to go out there. You need to have fun on this course.
I know as an NNL employee, it's a little bit of shilling saying that it's a big opportunity for these athletes. But ultimately, we did a poll, actually. About half of athletes come to become the world champion.
Wow.
And the other half come for the experience. So these athletes, especially in this adult division, especially early on, they're here for the experience. They want to grow as athletes. And oftentimes they end up growing as people.
Yeah, and this is such a fun experience. It's such a beautiful event. And Andrew is doing such a beautiful job so far on this course.
I completely agree. This is the killer here. This jump up to Kitty Hawk, but he's got it.
Having no troubles there.
Yeah, he's definitely a power athlete. He was really powerful on swing bars. And now comes the finesse.
Oh, getting caught on the ring there.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Your brain says to let go and your hand just doesn't do it.
Especially in a competitive... Those ropes proving to be more slippery than what they look.
They are painted ropes, so they are a little slippery. I get the feeling that over the course of the week, as a little bit more chalk is applied to them, they might get a little bit grippier.
That would be nice. And we can see here, Andrew, again, having a little bit of trouble on traffic jam. That second upreach seems to be a lot further than people anticipate.
Andrew going in coachless, actually, which is a pretty daunting task. But
wow.
He has hundreds of people here cheering him on, giving him the morale boost to try to get through the remainder of these obstacles as he's going to run out of time climbing this rope. Now, we have seen athletes get to the end of this stage, so we know it's doable. Just a lot of athletes underestimating the time limit. Hey, awesome job, Andrew. Well done.
Awesome job, bro. And I reckon it's just as much a mental game as it is a physical game, this course.
I could not agree more.
The mental preparation is what a lot of athletes kind of neglect, and sometimes that can lead, even though they're physically capable of it, it's the mental side.
Speaking of Mary, here she is again on the sidelines for Alex Perez. No, Michael Gebo?
Michael Gebo making his debut as well. Love to see our debut athletes. Mary on the sidelines going to be giving some advice, some coaching.
Like we said, this ultimate obstacles team, they have so many kids, but they have so many adults too, which is great for the health of the sport, I have to say. And a lot of times, I obviously can't speak for Michael's kids because I don't know if he even has kids, for all I know. But a lot of times, as parents doing it with their kids, that's a great bonding opportunity for families. It's just one of the things I love about this sport.
I love everything about this sport. I love the community, and I love how everyone gets around each other as well.
Oh, we have our first static.
Wow.
And that is going to give him a lot more time. He's pretty fast through those first two obstacles.
And I think a few ninjas are going to be watching on there, seeing that that may be the new beta to follow. He does have a big reach. He's a big bloke, which may help him. And he's moving through with really, really good time here.
I agree. This is definitely the pace we want to see for clears, although he's starting to get caught up on traffic jam.
But he uses that big reach of his to make it through. And perhaps this could be it.
Look at this, though. Nice work there. You can tell he's been working on his negatives.
Can he make the agility?
No! He overlooked the balance.
It's always the agility that's the killer.
It always is. These power athletes come in and then just overlook a balance obstacle. And now the bar's got
and it's left him.
And he's going to have to drop. Nothing he can do here.
And I've noticed as soon as someone fails an obstacle, it becomes exponentially harder to complete the next one, knowing that you'd already failed. But
realizing that he only has about 12 seconds trying to get through this obstacle.
We're going to see our first attempt on this
yeah, you can't... Watch out! Okay, there we go. Yeah, you cannot front grab those barrels. They do spin on you. You absolutely must mix grip them. And we saw so many people 2 years ago just have a slip of the head, try to front grip them, and then it just all vanishes.
That's exactly right. Well, we've got another debut athlete now, Jamie Frey.
Getting our first glance of our competitor shirts this year.
They look awesome.
Yeah, I
Amazing
agree.
competitor shirts. And he's looking ready to take on this course. He's looking calm. He's looking confident. I'm excited to see how he goes on this.
Good.
That was really devastating to see Michael come out early there, and I really want to see it clear pretty soon. I think we're itching for one at this point. It's bound to happen.
It's absolutely bound to happen. But the question is, will Jamie be the one to do it? Looking like he's also going in coachless.
Is that very much an approach for a lot of American athletes, having a coach?
I don't think. I was having the coach an approach for.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Most athletes will have somebody on their sidelines. A lot of it is chalk and moral support.
Yep.
But especially for the young. Oh,
Ooh.
did he get to the rope? Is the question as he tripped on the last step. I don't think he did.
Well, luckily we have this rule where he can continue the course and actually get to try out some of these obstacles here.
All right, I am seeing that the ref gave him credit for that first obstacle, so that is good. He can at least say he beat an obstacle.
And Jamie now going through, sliding down the rope on Kitty Hawk.
And he made it look so easy.
Let's see how far he would have gotten if he hadn't fallen there.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes it's just a shame that you see people just glide through the harder parts of a course.
Yeah.
Although he's really getting caught up.
Traffic jam is really proving, that third wheel is really proving to be something difficult. It's a big reach, and I think a lot of people have underestimated how far it actually is.
Making it from the first to the second is not that big because you kind of can get some momentum from the platform. By the second one, you're dead hanging and you're on your own.
Pipe coaster looks like perhaps the coolest obstacle here.
Jamie has just knocked over one of the quad steps.
Wow.
Big swing almost makes the catch. Oh no!
And
getting a round of applause.
Crowd getting behind him.
Come on, Jamie, finish strong.
Having that never backing down approach and giving everything a go. That's what we love to see.
I tell you what, Jamie may not be our world champion by weekend's end, but he has gained a lot of new fans here this week.
And what a great effort from Jamie there. That's what we love to see.
He'll go ahead and hit the buzzer as time has expired. I need to go fix the quad step, so we might have a second.
Got a little bit angry on the quad steps there. Perhaps wasn't his favorite obstacle.
I always say, if you're gonna fall, take the course with you.
Yeah. And I think it's really surprising those lily pads are causing a lot of trouble for our competitors. I think that's taking out the overwhelming majority of people. Even if they fell early, they're giving the lily pads a go.
Shocked. I don't think that'll be as much of an issue for the for the elite athletes.
Yeah. No, I don't think people who practice agility shouldn't have too much trouble on it. But I think it's becoming very clear that you have to use really light work there.
Yeah, you really have to hit it dead center.
Well,
and that's a role of the coaches to tell your athletes, hey, make sure you hit these dead center, because you can have a plan.
Of course.
But as they say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Exactly, and our adults are getting punched in the face at the moment.
That they are.
Matthew Reicher looking to take on this course now, looking to be our first Stage 1 clear of the day.
So we can tell based on the NinjaWorks IDs, generally who's in their first season of Ninja. And Matthew is one of them, making it all the way to the World Championship in his first season, a huge accomplishment. And we will see how far he can go. Already looking nice and smooth. I was hoping he was going to go for that one. He'll go here.
He's attacking with the course with a great deal of intensity here, which is what we like to see.
Wow, look at that game face.
He's
that is
focused.
An all-timer game face.
It's him versus the course and
I am
nothing
hoping
else.
that we have some great pictures of Matthew.
He is focused right now. And let's see Matthew through Kitty Hawk here and onto traffic jam.
Makes the jump.
What a great lâché there. So smooth.
But he needed a couple of extra swings, so it was smooth. But how is his time?
His time's all right. I think it's possible. Can he get through traffic jam? This is the one that's known to take out so many
Great
of our athletes.
move going essentially right to the second ring, but again, now he's getting caught up with not a whole lot of momentum. Gonna have to make a big pull here.
It really is this third wheel that is causing so much trouble for our athletes.
He got a hand on it, gets a hand on it again, changing his approach.
I really think they need the lock-off approach here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you're going to be able to get this on a raw swing.
And he is really running out of gas here, running out of time. Everything's ticking down. And
Yes.
Matthew Reicher stepping out a little too early there, but
Let's see if
stepping
he
onto the
can-
rest of this course.
Let's see if he can at least give us something that. There we go. Now we've seen how Tar Heel turn is done.
And it looks smooth. When someone gets it, that looks like a completely fine obstacle. Oh,
Not able to get the pipe coaster, unfortunately.
and I think the pipe coaster is going to take out a lot of our athletes once we see them getting to these later obstacles. It's proving to be more difficult than we expected.
I just noticed that he's coming out of Dragon Fit in Florida. A lot of gyms down there in Florida, but that's the first Dragon Fit athlete I've seen.
Well, next up we've got Isaac
Rizzcarla.
Very difficult last name to pronounce, but we got there in the end.
That's what happens when you get a high Scrabble value. I don't know if you're a Scrabble player. I've been known to dabble in Scrabble. Well, that
Wow.
was a rhyme.
Wow.
I did not try that at all.
A man with words. Well, Isaac is stepping up to the plate here.
He does have a coach. I don't recognize the coach, though. Not appearing
Almost-
to be affiliated out of a specific gym, but moving through here pretty nicely. Yeah, be sure not to overshoot that. I did see a tester do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be devastating on the ankles.
Well, it'd be devastating because you'd be out.
Yes, and that as well. Isaac looking very smooth so
Yeah.
far through the first half of this
Definitely
course.
has the pace to be our first finisher.
Perhaps one
But
of the
now
top
it's all in the
paces.
doing.
And this is the wheel that's known to take out so many of our competitors.
There it is again. He had a lot better grip. Did he? What?
What is he doing with his legs?
He's trying a figure four, I think. I don't. He is.
Taking a very interesting approach here.
That's gonna
With
be a
his feet.
disqualification. I'm pretty sure because he wrapped his foot, and
we
you can see there's the flag. It will
there's the
become
flag.
inconsequential as he has fallen. Yeah, you are not allowed to touch any black elements on this course. Blue
But-
is good, black is bad, and you are definitely not allowed to use your feet on that obstacle.
It's good to see him being creative and innovative. you got to respect the hustle. And
If
you gotta
that were
respect
legal,
his
I would
style.
like that strategy. Unfortunately, it was not legal.
It's a good thought. And
Yes,
let's
absolutely.
see how he
Hopefully
goes
he
here.
doesn't lose this bar. Is ultimately realizing that he's out of time.
But it was his debut season, and he's made a great effort there.
Oh, creative. Props, man. I like it.
Props, man. Isaac coming out on traffic jam there among many other competitors thus far. Now we're on to Langdon Dinsdale.
Awesome.
Again, another debut competitor. We're having a list of debut competitors. I think debut is becoming my new favorite word here today. It's got the flat cap on. And it actually, as an update, it believes that Isaac's shoelace is getting caught. Alex is going to come in here perhaps with a little update for us.
Yep, so head referee Dan Galazinski, who I didn't recognize from the back of his head, an NNL board member, an elite athlete in his own right, definitely worthy of being our head referee, informing me that Isaac's shoelace got caught in traffic jam. He got caught in traffic.
Wow.
So they're going to review that to see if that is necessitating a rerun. Obviously, that burned him out a lot as he was unable to continue.
Well,
So we'll see.
next up we've got Alex Perez taking on this course. Wow, what just happened there? It looks like he's
Oh,
getting
you know
a
what? I
reset.
think that might have been a false start.
Ah.
It was a false start. Okay, sigh of relief.
Thank
Laughing. I was really confused.
Yeah, because he seemed to have just stopped there and there didn't seem to be any trip up or anything. We haven't seen anyone come out on building blocks just yet.
No,
That's really surprising.
I'm not too surprised. Hopefully we get through the entire day.
I hope so.
Alex coming out of Level Up right here in Eastern North Carolina. They are the de facto hosting facility here. Obviously run by the NNL, but Level Up has been incredibly supportive over the years in getting this event up and running. You can see Chad Hone there on his sidelines, one of the co-owners with his wife Jen, who's actually an NNL employee. Obviously they had no knowledge of this course. I don't want to make it sound like there's
No,
any kind of
absolutely not.
impropriety.
Just a distant gym. There definitely no one gets a look at this course until they step foot on it, really. So that's kind of the element of it as well. Is it's really unknown. you don't know until you get up there, really. And you don't know how any of the obstacles feel, so I think Alex is ready to go. He's got a big smile on his face. He's excited. And he's excited to tackle this course, I think.
We can see across the way that there are a number of young adult athletes clearing, and this is pretty similar. So I think we're going to see some people get through here.
Well, maybe Alex could be our first clear of stage 1 in the adult division here.
Well, he has the power to do it, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he is the first to static. Now, I wish he would... second to static, thank you. Now, I wish he would have kept that momentum going through the third one. He
That
kind
would
of
have
just
been cool.
popped it, and then he lost all his momentum.
But Alex having a very smooth run so far, holding that lock off on the ring through Kitty Hawk. And he's looking good here, making good time here. 55 seconds on the clock. If he doesn't get caught up on traffic jam, which he won't.
Yeah, he got the third wheel. That's the wheel you've been talking about.
Alex, I'm getting excited here. This could be it.
Well, I don't want to overlook Tar Heel turn.
Of course.
But thankfully he is not, being very careful.
Oh, no!
And as I say that, he got into a rhythm and let that last lily pad humble him.
Wow, Tar Heel turn really proving to be a difficult agility obstacle here, and the morale is down at this point for Alex.
Yeah, tough break, but he's done so well. And that's another thing your coach does, is he pushes you to do the next obstacle.
That's why you have that coach there. We're gonna get another look at aerial barrels.
Hey, you paid to do aerial barrel, you might as well do it. And he front grips, watch out. Great bail there.
And he seems
Falling
to be
on his
okay.
elbow, I don't know if that's just okay, that was just disappointment. I was really worried there because he kind of honey dipped it.
Yeah.
And then fell back on his elbow. I'm very thankful he did not fall on his head.
And it's interesting that we're seeing that overgripping approach from a few of our athletes. I thought they would have realized by now that that barrel does swing.
It's just a panic maneuver.
It is a panic maneuver.
Bear in mind, he kind of got pushed there by his coach. Kind of just didn't have a plan.
That's exactly right.
As we see, our next athlete is Langdon Dinsdale.
Another debut athlete.
Not his first season in the NNL, but his first season at the World Championship. Getting some last-second advice from head referee Dan Galzinski. These runners don't have a traditional rules walkthrough. They have a video, but then have to bring any questions to the start line. But thankfully, a pretty straightforward course, only 7 obstacles, and pretty color-coded what you can and can't touch.
Yeah, the rules are pretty standard in Ninja, and it's usually a common sense approach with these things.
I thought for a second he was going to try going right to the propeller of Kitty Hawk, which would not be legal, but thankfully he knows what he's doing. I obviously don't know what he's doing because I'm not in his head.
And we're seeing a lot more people not get caught up on Kitty Hawk anymore. It hasn't seemed to be too much of a problem here. And hopefully that's going to be the same trend for Traffic Jam here.
I certainly hope that that's a trend on Kitty Hawk for the rest of the day.
I really hope so. Langdon having a bit of trouble here on Traffic Jam.
Yeah, the 1.4 has traditionally been the trouble spot. 2 years ago was aerial barrel here. Last year it was 1.5 actually on a nice paint job. And now he's reset, which is interesting. At this point, the clear kind of out of the window. It's just how far you can get.
It's for honor at this point. It's for progress.
I agree.
And surprisingly, this looks like such an innocent obstacle. It's not a part where you'd expect ninjas to be coming unstuck here, but it is taking out a large majority of our ninjas here today. And
yeah, and unfortunately, Langdon's going to fall there. Hopefully he can get through a couple more obstacles before his time runs out. Slips on a lily pad, going to hurry up and get to the pipe coaster.
Those lily pads are not great for the ankles, that is for sure.
Philip was saying that he's only ever done a double dipper on this course and in Vegas, so he was very happy to get a chance to test this. I know our athletes want to try it, and thinking better of releasing.
Yeah, sometimes your arms want to let go, but they fail to. What a great run by Langdon, and I'm sure we'll see him back next year.
I love our next competitor's shirt, obstacle weight test. So sometimes you just have to have a little bit of self-deprecating humor, and that is what is happening to Zachary Cashett, who 2 years ago fell on building blocks. So a chance for redemption for the hometown athlete here. Once again, another level up athlete.
I think he's here to beat building blocks. I reckon he's more than capable of beating building blocks as well.
Do you think he's going to take it just a bit slower to be sure?
I reckon he will, and do you reckon he's going to be trying to deliberately break some obstacles here today, live up to his name?
Well, somebody already did, so.
Really?
Well, yeah, the quad
True.
stack.
Well, maybe he's looking to do some more damage, some more permanent damage onto our obstacles here today. I love that shirt. That is a
I want
beautiful
one.
shirt. Yes. Put that on Amazon.
Yes.
That will go viral.
I think you have 2 buyers here in the booth.
Exactly right.
Well, the moment of truth here for Zachary, who is taking these
And
steps
he is
carefully.
taking it slow.
Well, he's through one obstacle. You can see I assume either his teammates or his family cheering him on, very happy.
It's all uphill
He's beaten
from
one
here.
obstacle, and he has the chance to beat 2 here. A very doable 1.2 in swing bars. Just got to find that dismount. And no! I think he slipped on some chalk that's on that platform.
Wow. But going out in style.
And just put a little bit more chalk on the platform.
And he's going to keep on going through this course. Now moving on to Kitty Hawk here.
Actually hitting the platform on his backswing. Very powerful. One of our taller athletes, that's for sure. And great Lachey grabbing it with the mixed grip. On a lot of courses, that is going to be the approach because the propeller is set sideways like he has it right now.
And the propellers, they want him to spin one way, but they seem to be spinning the opposite way for our ninjas.
Yeah, it's a lot of the kick that you're doing when you try to swing one way. That kick is, as Isaac Newton would put it, an equal and opposite reaction. And getting through Kitty Hawk, I'm very impressed by Zach, who largely has beaten the first 3 obstacles, really only failed a dismount.
And jumping straight up to that second wheel on traffic jam.
I think as the runs go on, that might be the beta.
That's a really cool move, and I think a lot of our athletes are going to be glad to see that. You can see the crowd watching on, getting behind our obstacle weight tester. Beautiful name, beautiful shirt. Hopefully we're going to see that on Amazon.com in the future years.
Well, if you're listening to this, Zachary, well done, and we want your shirt.
We want your shirt.
Speaking of shirts, 3rd time now mentioning Mary Layton without her actually being here in the booth as our next runner sporting the shirt of his coach. It is
Brian Biddleman.
Brian Biddleman, also a debutante here at the World Championship.
Again, with a really cool shirt. I love that shirt.
See, the only reason I haven't bought one is that I feel like people might be confused since I am a commentator and not a girl. I guess guys can have ponytails, but like that's, you know.
Also, it says ninja on it, so you would be competing as well.
Which I am not, so.
Well, I'll tell you what. Brian is looking smooth through this first half.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more. Well, there's that urgency I was about to say. Took the words out of my mouth.
Hopefully he's going to go on this swing here, taking that
really needs to here, and does.
Ooh.
But unfortunately misses it. Gonna have the momentum to ride back around. That is great news.
And he's looking good, but this unforgiving course is not giving him any favors at this point. And the time is whittled down here.
Look at how finesse he was. And the propeller spun exactly like he wanted it to.
Exactly. Moving through traffic jam here, can he stick this second wheel?
He kind of dead hanged that first wheel, which I don't super like the strategy, but it seems to be working. But now he is in no man's land trying to get up to the 3rd one, which he gets.
Well, he seems to have gotten it there.
Time is going to be at a premium here for Brian.
It would almost be impossible at this point, but let's see how far we can get Brian through this course here. Hopefully through the double dipper. That would be great to see.
I'd like to see it too, but Tar Heel Turn has victimized our athlete, and it victimizes another athlete. I wonder if they're not allowed to use their hands. I feel like so many are just not using their hands.
Those lily pads are really proving to be something difficult.
Dan, are you allowed to use your hands on Tar Heel Turn? Yes, at least. Okay.
Yeah.
Just seems like a lot of athletes haven't been doing it. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
perhaps that is the beta for our later athletes.
It's 100% the beta to cat there. And so many people, I think, are just overlooking those lily pads, and it's just coming back to haunt them.
Well, next up we've got Anthony Mathetone. Again, making another debut run. In this adult division, we're seeing an overwhelming number of debut runners in the NNL Worlds for this year.
certainly at the beginning, these athletes were seeded based on their placement either in points or their regional championship, whichever was better. Wow, that is some power, but he is able to retain momentum. He's swinging way too hard for what is essentially a 4-foot lache. So
But
hopefully
he's
it's
excited.
Not,
And he's making good pace so far. This is looking like a solid run.
yeah, I mean, definitely he has the power to clear this course. You can see nice
Definitely.
walk-offs also.
And looking good through Kitty Hawk. This is a solid pace. 55 seconds on the clock here.
Another Dragon Fit ninja from the Tampa area. I like that strategy, keeping his L's.
Got that awkward side.
Oh, there we go.
Lock off. That's what we like to see. The lock off is definitely there.
Decent
Definitely doable.
pace. Because we don't have any clears, we don't know the exact time you're going to need to have to this point. I think it may be a little just barely not enough time, and he underestimates Tar Heel turn again. What is happening? You can see he has the power to do all the upper body moves. Just gliding up that rope, trying to figure out how to get up to the bar, and maybe he's used up a little bit too much power.
Hopefully we're going to see him here through Pipe Coaster. Can he connect the lache?
Oh my good God.
I hope he's...
Okay, let's get another map here. That...
Wow.
You okay, man? That was the wipeout of the century.
That is going to go in our highlight reel.
Oh my God. Oh.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh. That scared the bejesus out of me. Oh.
Total ragdoll.
He literally got flung around like a ragdoll there.
Oh. Thankfully, he was able to do another rotation and didn't land straight on his head.
And he came out with a smile in the end. He walked past us in the commentary
Probably
booth.
a little bit of fun once he landed nice and safe.
Well, ups and downs of this stage 1 course.
Zach Elazam, as we try to regain our composure, is a relatively new athlete to the sport of ninja. Obviously making his first appearance here at the World Championship, wearing I believe that's an anime-inspired t-shirt. Somebody in the comments, I'm sure, will let us know what character that is.
And hopefully he's not looking to do a backflip like we just saw there.
Kicks the swing behind him. That is okay. It is incidental contact. As long as he's not using that to help him, it is okay. Same with a foot tap on an optional. As long as it's not helping you, it's okay.
And we are okay here coming into Kitty Hawk.
Trying to build up a swing. Making a pretty short grab, but it is enough. Pulling himself around, grabbing the sloper end, needs to pull in.
Ooh!
End there, and just wasn't able to do that motion.
You've really got to grab the end that's angled up towards you. If you grab the downward angled end, it really does spell disaster from there. Unless you're an elite level ninja, I think some of the elites could probably just one-arm lock off that.
Yeah.
No trouble whatsoever. But we are going to see Zach here through Tar Heel turn, hopefully.
He's using the post there. That would not be allowed in a run. And again, just not realizing that cat movement.
Tar Heel turn.
Like that to be double checked by someone to see what the rules of it is.
Well, it's amazing. It's a simple obstacle, but it's proving to be extremely deadly in this course. An overwhelming number of people coming out there on Tar Heel turn. But Zach goes out there in style with the wonderful anime shirt there. A lot of people with some really cool shirts here today.
Yeah.
And we've seen some great people come through this run order so far, but yet to see a finisher. We've had a few people through to aerial barrel, but
perhaps
nothing major.
Simon Stanton will be the first coming out of Gymja Warrior, a chain of gyms up in Massachusetts. Jack, I'm gonna give you a little
yes,
a little pro tip about our ninja gyms here in America. If you don't know where a gym is from, guess Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, yeah, in Australia we have one in pretty much every state, and that's pretty much it. So far
it seems to me that there are like 17 in Perth, but maybe that's just an outside perspective.
Yeah, I think we got 3 in the whole state, but it's a giant state.
Yeah.
But we only need 3. We're a small population.
I think I saw that 99% of the population in Australia is taken up by 1% of the land.
Yeah, that would be just about
I don't want to take too much from Simon's run because he is effortlessly gliding through these first 3 obstacles. And hopefully he can use that finesse to get through traffic jam. But it's going to take some power too. He gets that first move.
He's got the length. He's a tall person, so he can definitely get through this.
Not a whole lot of momentum, but maybe that's the way to go.
It's a big reach there that we're requiring of our athletes. And this 1.4 obstacle is really living up to its name here.
Yeah.
And he's coming unstuck on traffic jam.
Traffic jam is jamming our competitors.
Simon Stanton going to be continuing here on Tar Heel turn, coming out again.
I definitely need to check during the break to make sure that hands are allowed because nobody's using them on this obstacle. But they've also seen the rules video and I have not, which you'd think for a commentator I probably should.
Coming into Pipe Coaster, that again is a giant gap, and it's making a lot of people come unstuck. And running out of time, they're not getting to have an attempt on aerial barrel, which is a shame. You know, that extra 5 seconds that these adult athletes, have, isn't really helping them too much. It's still proving to be a really tough time.
Like I said, we've seen an elite clear, so we know this course is very doable.
Well,
but we just need to find the one athlete to break through, and then we'll be through the floodgates. But we do have an experienced competitor coming.
That's exactly right.
It's Ronnie Pfeiffer, who 2 years ago fell on the lily pads. I cannot see what his shirt is from here. Hopefully you can at home.
He's got some...
Ronnie Tsunami, says our live stream aficionado and person who would know better about just about everything in Ninja than I would, Philip Scott. Ronnie is making a tsunami.
Wow. Making the one-hand recovery
waves through the course as he one-hands. That's one of our best saves so far. It's early, but it's a contender for save of the weekend.
That is an awesome save there.
Scared me for a second, but he has great grip strength. As you can see, he's moving easily through Kitty Hawk. And I'm really glad to see these competitors make Kitty Hawk look as easy as it is because I was really worried about that obstacle.
Yeah, and now he's moving on to Traffic Jam.
Which is looking harder than I thought, so
yes.
There you go.
But Ronnie having no trouble here, making that third wheel grab. And now we're going to be moving on to the back end of this course.
Which, guess what obstacle he's taking on next?
The lily pads. Whoa.
Touchdown.
Redesigned his Tar Heel turn here.
Even
Ronnie's going to be looking to rewrite history.
He attempted it 2 years ago. Oh, there's the hand, so it's definitely allowed.
Everything else.
And he gets to the rope, so that is a clear
to that point.
Tar Heel turn and a fail of the pipe coaster. A little bit of a late hit, and he ultimately knocks the pipe.
An improvement from his 2020 result.
No, you have 8 seconds. Let's see you grab that barrel at least. But I think he realizes now he's probably beat. Yep. Oh, Ronnie Tsunami. I hate to say the same making waves pun that I just said. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, I made a pun and you're just like...
But
Abby's cool.
What a great run by Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie Tsunami really is making waves in this community, and hopefully we're going to see him back next year.
I certainly hope so, especially if it's back in Greens. Honest to God, I have no idea where it is next year, so do not take this as any statement of fact. But if it is in Greensboro next year, that'd be his 3rd time here. We know Ronnie is a fan of Greensboro, as he's been here twice. I had a point, and then I lost it. Eric Shar is scheduled to be our next athlete, and it looks like he might be up on the course. I don't know if that's him in the red polo.
It's hard to tell. No one currently up on the podium, which means we've got a little bit of a moment here. When it's really interesting that we're yet to see a clear 20 athletes down now, which is quite scary.
Since we have a second, Philip is a little busy. I'm going to see if we have some skills going on behind us. There's lots of attention being pulled in lots of different directions.
There's so much going on at this event right now, but the skills is what is drawing a lot of the crowd's attention at the moment. We have Over the Ledge, which looks like just an awesome one.
Actually, I have some instructions being given to one of our athletes about 6 feet away from me in French. as the next athlete to take on the youth skills is from France. I'm 28 years old, and the furthest I've been out of the country is Niagara Falls. This is such an awesome experience for these youth athletes from other countries, getting to go to another country and do something they love.
Oh, If this was a thing when I was a kid, I would definitely be here as a kid.
I wouldn't because I wouldn't be nearly good enough.
Yeah.
Definitely work Charizard
Okay.
Eric
Say- say-
Charizard Chalkbag.
Charmander.
Thank you. We do like Pokemon chalk bags here in the Ninja community.
I have a friend back home who got a Mario mushroom hand designed
I love it.
as a chalk bag. It's one of a kind, and he paid way too much for it to get it
No,
designed.
he didn't. No,
But-
he didn't.
Yes, it
Eric
truly is a
is-
priceless piece.
I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see. He dropped
he's
it off
self-chalking.
right before traffic jam.
That
So
is his
that's-
coach. His
I
chalk bag
guess-
is his coach.
I guess what he was asking and what the delay was for is if he could put his chalk bag there, and I guess I don't see why not.
It's fair.
Sure. That's that's a big brain maneuver, as we like to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's beta inside of beta.
Now Eric's quite tall, so I think we're going to see him potentially static these.
Oh, he did the first one. He's gonna static the second, but needed an extra swing.
Yeah. I reckon this is going to be used to his advantage here as Eric moves on to Kitty Hawk. Definitely has a big body. I
Yeah,
love
he
the
has
red.
an interesting swing,
Oh,
which works out.
Wow!
Oh, wow! An incredible one-handed grab.
can see
These
him
ninjas
grimacing
showing
there.
off
Wow.
their one-handed strength.
That is something else right there.
Now we're gonna see if his strategy pays off. His time not great, but he has a chalk bag here, and he's going to the chalk. I see a lot of athletes wearing their chalk bags around their waist, so I'm a little surprised he didn't go for that. But maybe just, hey, you know what? Whatever works for you, my man.
Well, hopefully he can recenter here on traffic jam and get through this epic course. He's got the reach, and he's going
Okay.
to reach out for
Nice kip. This isn't CrossFit. We don't shame you for kipping.
it.
I mean, we do if you're just doing a regular pull-up, but we don't
Yes.
tell you can't kip on an obstacle. That
Of course
that
you
would
can
go
kip
against
on
the
an
NNL rulebook.
Exactly. But yes, if you do a pull-up in a kip, that's
Yeah,
you get
sure.
shamed.
He is running out of time, but he is able to finish. That will be his final result, as unfortunately he would have been through Tar Heel turn, but not in enough time.
Great run by Eric. Great recovery.
Very
as well.
entertaining, too.
We've seen some entertaining runs. We've seen backflips and we've seen one-arm catches there.
I love the strategy, Eric. Well done. Okay, there you go. And the chalk bag for what it's
And
worth.
with the chalk bag named after his last name. That's
Megan
beautiful.
Adair is our next competitor. Now, this is her first World Championship, but not her first time at the World Championship. She was actually part of one of the most memorable moments in World Championship history last year.
Really?
Danny Adair, who is now her husband, who is also the coach with their child on the sidelines. I'm hoping that this is hoping this is his wife. I'm really hoping that I'm not going to look like an idiot. But Danny cleared stage 1 of the adult course last year, hopped over the barricade and proposed to Megan. Megan said yes, and here is Megan now on the course.
That is a beautiful story. I don't know how we can top that, but hopefully she can get a stage 1 clear here in the adult division. Attacking
Going
this
from the most famous spectator in World Championship history to a competitor herself, and she's making it look pretty good as the first female runner today. Oh no, she overshot it now. She has cleared the swing bars. She has not cleared Tar Heel turns. So what's happened there, the finish platform is the same as the start platform.
Yeah.
So by completing the finish platform, she has cleared the obstacle, but because that's the start platform, is considered an attempt of Kitty Hawk, which she has failed.
Well,
Ultimately not able to get up to it anyway.
let's
But
see how she goes through
It is a shame that her
traffic jam.
first World Championship ends on overshooting the platform.
Well, hopefully we're going to see her back next year looking to improve on that result.
I
that's
hope
the beauty
so
of this
too.
sport.
The entire Adair family. Now, I don't know Megan nearly as well as I know Danny, but Danny, such a stand-up guy. So I'm going to assume the apple does not fall far from the tree. And that is why I'm not paid to say words.
I reckon we'll see her back next year looking to improve on that result. And that's the beauty of Ninja. You know, you can't have perfect runs all the time. Even some of our best athletes we're going to see here come out on stage 1.
Yeah.
And they're going to be complete shockers. Everyone is just jaws are going to drop when it happens. But they come back every single year and they keep improving, which is why they eventually get those clears and they get the desired results that they want.
Stuart Yamamoto is a name I believe I recognize. I definitely recognize the shirt, Mode of Movement, and his coach, Audrey Johnson. Audrey was the strongest ninja in the adult division last year and moved up to elite this year. She'll be running tomorrow.
Wow. So a great coach to have on the sidelines there, giving some really powerful advice, I'm sure.
Stuart with a nice swing. Gets in nice and centered. He was a little off kilter at first, but able to find his rhythm.
He's looking calm up there. He's looking good so far. Taking probably a few more swings than he requires at this point. Hopefully he's not going to slip off the platform here.
I certainly hope not. It's starting to get a little chalky. I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, that adds to the fun of it, adds to the difficulty of this course.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. I don't know how versed you are in the computer world and outside of Ninja Jack, but as a saying we have in the computer. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Well, in any event, you're Jack.
Yes.
Got Stuart there on the course, and he is through Kitty Hawk. Well done. Run still active, but not with a lot of time as he heads into traffic jam.
Yeah, perhaps too smooth, too calm of a run here. Can he make this third wheel on traffic jam that is taking out so many of our adult competitors? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's running out of gas here. And you're right, this course is quite gassy. It is surprising how early our athletes are getting gassed.
And I think a lot of it is overswinging on those first couple obstacles.
Yes.
The swing bars, you really need to be efficient, and unfortunately he's fallen right as time expires. Great run there by Stuart.
When you're nervous, when you're in this competition setting, you over grip, you over lock off, you just gas yourself out a lot quicker than what you would in a normal setting.
And that's the value of a coach and the value of going later in the run order. Obviously, the athletes that are running later have earned that position.
Yes, and it plays a huge, huge advantage.
Yeah.
A lot of our elite athletes that are competing tomorrow are definitely going to be watching on in this crowd.
I hope they are, and the elite athletes definitely have some elite mental games. So I'm hoping that they're using this opportunity to get a little taste, even though the course will be a little different, of how this stage might be as we go to Sydney Jones.
Sydney Jones.
Sydney competed here 2 years ago in the adult division. Was unable to complete the second obstacle. We will see if she is able to improve on that.
Walking through buildings blocks there, taking a nice smooth approach, a leisurely stroll, some would say.
Now this rope has been a problem source for a lot of athletes. I would hazard a guess that's what got her out 2 years ago, but making some redemption here. A Jimja Warrior athlete, 2 laches, and she has a new personal best. Makes
Sticks
the catch,
the first one.
but she kind of comes down as she catches it. It's something we work on at the gym all the time.
Having to rebuild that momentum there.
Makes the catch.
Can she stick the landing on this chalky platform?
I'm hoping she can, and she does! New personal best for Sydney.
And now moving on to Kitty Hawk with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Great swing here. Definitely looking a lot more in her comfort element, although grabbing a little too far to the left for my liking.
And that is progress on her previous result, which is an awesome thing to say.
Next year,
all the way.
Let's get a little further.
Keep chipping away at it.
Yes.
Now moving through traffic jam, coming unstuck there. That morale's really down at that point. The motivation's gone once you've fallen a lot of the time.
Yeah, we're going to see her on Tar Heel turn here to finish things out.
It is
great to see Sydney back here making an improvement on her personal best. And that's a lot of what Ninja's about. It's not so much about you versus the course or you versus your fellow athlete. I mean, it is you versus the course, but it's a lot of the times you versus you.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's not really about where you place or if you win the World Championship. It really just is about coming out here and giving your best effort. And someone who is hopefully going to give great stuff. Someone who's hopefully going to give their best effort on this course is Shawn O'Shea.
I just got texted that Tar Heel turn is 1 for 8, or at least it was about 15 minutes ago.
Wow.
So Tar Heel turn is, I would not have guessed to be the killer. That might have been my last guess.
And nor are many of the athletes watching on, but I'm sure they're going to be writing that down in their books and trying to adjust before their runs.
Shawn O'Shea coming out of the Ninja Academy franchise.
What a
They've expanded quite a bit since we saw them as the championship host 3 years ago.
What a great bandana he's got going on there. Very ninja vibe at the moment.
Now, the NNL's colors used to be red and black. We switched to blue.
Yeah.
So that red and black would have looked perfect on this course.
Would have been very fitting.
Yeah. I just want
Would have blended in like a ninja.
I just want Philip to be mad about choosing blue. Now, great wherewithal there to stick with it. Resetting. Smart.
Taking that second swing, that second attempt at this obstacle.
You can see some of his Ninja Academy brethren on the sidelines.
Cheering him on, and that's the great part about this community. Everyone
Yes.
gets around their athletes. Oh, knocking it. The blades are now spinning through Kitty Hawk.
It's okay, he'll bring it back around.
Which way is he going to go? Shawn is going to get off Kitty Hawk with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Great work, great wherewithal to make it through that obstacle. Unfortunately, he used so much time that it cleared out the window. Now, like I said, you versus you. How far can you get?
How far can Shawn go? Jumping to that second wheel, which is what we like to see there.
But not able to get up to the third.
So he will come short on traffic jam, but still a great result nonetheless. And actually making Tar Heel turns look very easy there. Perhaps the easiest we've seen anyone make it so far. And he's going to be moving on to Pipe Coaster, but coming just short as his time runs out.
Philip, is that Dougie on his sidelines? Hey, good job, man. Lots of fist bumps today.
Lots of fist bumps, lots of...
Not
positive
Dougie,
vibes.
okay.
Well, next up we got Nigel Ward.
You can't tell with the mask, you know.
Nigel has an unbreakable smile on his face, or at least did 5 seconds ago. He was smiling, and there it is.
Coming out of the Elite Academy, or Elite Athletics, that is in Southern Virginia, so not too far of a drive for Nigel. Probably slept in his own bed last night, which is a pretty big advantage in these competitions.
Looking good through swing bars here. Got the yellow shirt on and the light blue shorts. Two beautifully contrasting
I
colors.
love it. Oh, no, overshoot it. Oh, no. A little too much power.
And I think
he's welcome to do Tar Heel turn if he wants.
people aren't anticipating just how small that platform is. It really is only half a meter or so.
And you're so high up. That's about 2 feet in
2
American
feet,
units.
sorry. I live
1.5
in meters.
maybe.
Yeah.
But that's such a high up jump, and
Yes.
you're coming off of such big laches that it's really easy to overestimate that.
And again, that adrenaline's rushing. You
Yes.
overshoot everything. It's just the ninja way, particularly when it's your first few times competing. And you know, Nigel would have set a pretty decent time here. 25 seconds left on the clock, and moving through traffic jam pretty well so far.
Yeah, nice.
I love those
smooth.
wheels. They're so well built. They spin beautifully.
And
it's such a cool
unfortunate that his
obstacle.
run ended early, beating the 2 killers of the front half. Now it would be Tar Heel turn. And
it's-
I just got a text after I said the stat that it's now 2 of 10.
Wow. That number continuing to go up. And Nigel, what a great run.
Yes, absolutely.
Very well dressed ninja,
I
very
love it.
colorful ninja, which is what we like to see
Good work, my man.
and stuff.
So we are in the last 2 competitors as Anthony Jordan heads to the start line. Now, based on his NinjaWorks ID, it seems like he's been around the block a couple of times, but this is his first World Championship. So congratulations to him.
First impressions count, and hopefully he might be our first stage 1 clear. I got a good feeling about this one.
He just dabbed, so I have less of a good feeling. He is known as the dabbing ninja, so now at this point, I'm not sure if he's going to beat the first obstacle.
It's good to see people keeping the
Well, he did,
ninja.
so that's good news. Coming out of Jimja Warrior, I'm just messing with you, my man, if you're watching this back. Wow, that was a big swing, almost conked his head.
But he's moving with great power here and great speed.
That's
Wow.
exactly what you need to do to beat this stage.
I think he was going to fall off that platform there, so he quickly jumped up, which is awesome.
Whatever works. Oh, you know what?
Moving through this obstacle really well so far.
Oh, Jordan Warriors is on the back of his shirt. I was wondering if that might have been somebody else's shirt, but it is in fact belonging to the dabbing ninja. That I cannot believe I just said that on commentary, Anthony Jordan.
45 seconds on the clock here, coming down through traffic jam.
Well, he is dabbing all over this course. But so far, Tar Heel Turn has been dabbing on our competitors. This is the moment of truth. Do not underestimate this. He takes the safe approach.
And he gets through it.
He is our third athlete through Tar Heel Turn.
Now onto Pipe Coaster. This is exciting times here.
Yeah, I believe we've only seen one athlete beat this.
Big swing.
Gets it! Big smile on his face.
He's
He
celebrating.
knows he's in there. But the bad news is time is not great. He's going to have to come up with a rabbit out of the hat here as he's down to 10 seconds.
He's going to have to pull off a miracle here, Alex.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
And he goes out in style.
Oh, and then he ruins it. He ruins it with the Reef Man move.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a fun run. We saw him celebrating on the obstacle as he was going down that second pipe coaster. That's just beautiful.
Now I have very good news for our final competitor of this wave, Cameron Donald. He's about to beat his first obstacle at the World Championship. 3 years ago, a victim of swivel steps in the young adult division.
Which was the first obstacle.
This guy, I don't know much about him, but he is built. He's got very broad shoulders, very strong muscles.
And he's got a very intense focus right now.
He's more like a football player than a ninja. Let's see if he has the power to get through some of these more powerful elements. I bet he tries to static these, and that's what he does.
He does. Wow.
Great maneuver, and he is probably
static
the
to
fastest
Lindsay.
through 2 obstacles.
That was an awesome approach going through that first part. Now moving on to Kitty Hawk.
Needing an extra swing. That's fine.
And he does have that power, Alex, that you were talking about. He's definitely proving to us. And hopefully through traffic jam, it should be no problem for us.
I hope so. Here's the move that has been taking out many of our competitors.
Cameron looking to execute here, building up a massive swing.
And it might be a little too... Well, I take that back.
It works. Whatever works.
Whatever works. That's the theme of Ninja. And gliding down, he definitely has the time if he can get through Tar Heel Turn here quickly.
Tar Heel Turn, the one that is taking out so many competitors.
Oh, okay.
The ref not raising the flag there. It's hard to tell. May require a video review there.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Dan will be filing for a video review after that.
But let's see how he goes.
Interim, he makes it through.
Makes the second grab with 12 seconds on the clock here.
Another competitor who's going to run out of time before getting an honest shot at aerial barrel. And now needing an extra swing. So that'll put Anthony just ahead of him in the standings. We will see if that costs him top 35%, but a great run nevertheless by Cameron.
And a great improvement.
He's fired up. He's happy.
He's excited by that result. And, you know, in 2019, came out on the first obstacle, making it through to the 7th obstacle. Got to be happy with that result.
Yeah, I'm going to try to reload these stats here. So through the first wave, we have nobody out on the first obstacle. Let's go team.
That's good.
4 out on swing bars, 9 on Kitty Hawk, remaining the killer. But right behind that, 7 on traffic jam and 8 on Tar Heel Turn. the nice even elimination of competitors here so far.
And then the time, of course, being the ultimate eliminator through all of this. The minute 30 time is proving to be something that is extremely difficult, with our last 3 competitors getting to aerial barrel, but just coming short each time due to time.
32 competitors through, none are clear, but the good news is we have hundreds left to go in the adult division, and then we have essentially a full day of elite competition. You and I will be back for one more wave at 7. Wow, that's like almost now.
Yeah.
I better go hurry up then.
If y'all want to scoot down a little bit, y'all can, so that way y'all can get a chance to see in the front. If y'all want to scoot down this way, and then we'll kind of start lining up from there. So again, the order: Colin next, and then Zachary, then Harper, then Jamie, then Eden, and Paxton, and Josiah. Yes.
Welcome back to the 2022 NNL World Championship. Alex Cunningham alongside Jack Anderson. We are hopping right in to wave number 2.
Getting things underway with George Amaz Lopez. And I'll tell you what, he is hitting this course quick. He's moving, wow.
First time here is Jorge. Grabbing both sides of the propeller. That's an interesting strategy, but I like it.
I like the intensity that he's hit this course with so far, having a little bit of trouble here on Kitty Hawk.
Part of the Ninja Street team.
And I'm hoping
Down in
with
Florida.
wave 2, we're going to see less people come unstuck on traffic jam here. Ooh. Having a little bit of trouble there on that second wheel. Now coming into the third wheel, really going to having to look to fix his momentum there. And he does.
Well done, Jorge.
37 seconds left on the clock here. Really got to go. Doesn't have much time to hesitate.
Yeah, he's kind of caught up on this wheel at this. Well, he's still got 28 seconds, so plenty of time. At least to do Tar Heel turn.
I think we'd like to see him through Tar Heel turn here.
Yeah.
That would be really good. And for consistency, you know, he's made it through 4 obstacles. Great run thus far.
Taking a moment to chalk for that rope.
And you can see people adopting that hand-on approach that you were talking about earlier, Alex. Maybe they've been hearing the live stream and are taking your ninja advice.
I have a point on that as soon as Jorge finishes up, and I don't think he's going to get to the bar in time. Head referee Dan Galazinski calling him down. He's trying to find a safe place.
And I think the adrenaline
There
was
we go.
running a bit too hard and you couldn't hear
cannot
us.
hear in this building. I can
No.
barely hear you. I was
much
actually
ambience.
on my way to the gentleman's room. I put my foot on that, and it was fine. Like, it's a relatively grippy surface. I honestly don't know how people are just slipping off of it. Maybe they
Are you
don't have
talking
the right
about the
shoe?
lily pads or
No,
the...
that first step. Like, it seems like people have just been trying to, like, tack off of it, and then they don't get a good hit on it.
Well, you know, you're running at a fast pace. Adrenaline's high. There's
You
a lot of
shouldn't be.
factors
There's a
involved.
lily pad right before it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
When competing, though, that's always it. It's a different
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hopefully people will improve, Alex. Hopefully we're going to see some improvements on that.
Jordan Scheidler, I have some high hopes for this heat.
Yeah.
Jordan Scheidler, our next athlete. Another anime shirt, possibly? Oh, that's Dragon Ball Z.
That's exactly right.
The one anime that I know. Other than Naruto, because it has a character named Sasuke that always shows up in the Google searches when I'm looking up the Japanese game show.
I think if I started talking about anime, there would be people...
Oh no, that's the third athlete to overshoot the platform.
And his ankle's almost going there, but
That
he does
is
recover.
starting to become an epidemic.
Now moving on to Kitty Hawk. And it has to be... I think every single time...
Now undershot it, just gonna move on.
Every single time we've seen someone try to grab those spinning rotators, it really hasn't worked out for them. It has to be that lache. But I'll tell you what, traffic jam is posing no issues for Jordan here.
Yeah, gliding through.
Jordan making his debut here, so should be very proud just to be here,
Yeah,
getting that competitive experience under
well, there it is again on Tar Heel turn. It's becoming
a killer.
Yeah.
It really is proving to
22
be.
seconds, so at least he'll get to do double dipper and showing great strength getting up that rope without using his legs.
Proving to be a very exciting obstacle.
Tried to static it, but wasn't able to do it. I would not try that in a live run.
I think it's that fear of letting go a lot of the times that
Yeah.
these people have.
I was talking to Philip about that. Philip is like the king of staticking, and he said he wouldn't static it. You can't front grab the barrel.
I just don't think people are planning for it when they've already failed. There's a lot of emotions going through their head. But Jordan, great debut run. We can't discredit what he's done there. And hopefully we'll see him back next year.
Well, if there's anyone to be our first clear, it's this man, Danny Adair, who did it last year in adults, I believe. That was Masters at Omaha. Adults had a bunch.
Made it to Lawrence Ladder
Yep.
on stage 2.
And as I mentioned, cleared stage 1, hopped over the guardrail, proposed to his girlfriend, now wife.
Well, what's he going to do this year if he finishes stage 1?
You know, I don't want to say out loud.
Wow. Okay. Spilled the secrets a bit too early.
All right,
Let's see how Danny goes.
Yeah, Danny, one of the best coaches in the business. one of our coaches of the year in the past. Actually won the first ever Coach of the Year award coming out of Warrior Factory.
Well, hopefully he can coach his way through this course and execute on all the things that he teaches. Wow, going with that one-arm approach there. Got to love the confidence from Danny.
If you have ideas for what Danny can do after his clear this year, leave them in the comments. Because I want to hear some ideas. Maybe he like just rips off his shirt and unveils that like he's like quitting Warrior Factory, going to a new gym. No, he wouldn't do that. Danny is.
Well, let's not call it too
Danny,
early.
use your feet.
Alex
Use your
called it
feet,
too
Danny.
early. You cursed the run.
I cursed it. Commentators curse. Ah.
We perhaps anticipated that too early. Danny falling
And he
victim
had
to this
the
course.
Perfect time. He gets the grab, and this is tough to see, and you can see it in Danny's eyes. He knows he should have had this.
He wanted it.
Although he came up short, I just don't think his heart's in it anymore.
Let's see how he can go on aerial barrel.
And if you're some of these later competitors, Danny is the only competitor in this wave who has experience beating stage 1.
And
Although he can get a little bit of revenge here on aerial barrel, and obviously he failed 2 years ago, and then just front grabs it.
Danny looking extremely disappointed coming off that run. One of our seasoned competitors.
He wanted to clear this course so bad, but a lot of Warrior Factory fans in the background giving him some love and support.
But that's the beautiful part of this sport is the support that a lot of these competitors get. Even if they fail, the crowd almost seems to get around that more than when they succeed sometimes.
And as they see a 4-time World Championship finalist and somebody who's beaten stage 1 in the past go down, I feel like our competitors are going to start to get a little bit more worried.
That's exactly right.
Although I was talking to some people during the break, and the other courses are getting clears. The first run of teens cleared, I heard. There have been several young adult clears, so I'm not worried about this course in general, but I'd really like to see some momentum as we see Carolyn
Stottle.
Carolyn Stottle.
And hopefully she is going to be our first clearer. That would be a great sight to see.
Another Ninja Lab athlete based on her coach. Looking for that dismount and sticks it. A little shaky, but it works. We have seen people overshoot that and undershoot that today.
Got a decent amount of momentum here coming into Kitty Hawk. And she sticks that first lâché nice and calmly, but misses the first rotation. But that's okay. She fixes it back up on the second time round. 40 seconds on the clock here. Looking to connect to that rope. And
now, as far as we know, beating K-Hawk might be good enough to get into the 35% for this division. As a reminder, the top 35%, regardless of whether they clear or not, will get to attempt stage 2 on Sunday for World's Strongest Ninja points. She's through, and I would really like to see her be the first girl to beat Traffic Jam, but she's going to have to move.
Well, she's got 15 seconds on the clock here. If she gets a wriggle on, this could happen. Building up.
Resetting, and now the time is not good.
It's always scary when those red lights come on. That's when the intimidation really gets to you. And
yeah. Tough break.
Tough break.
Okay, like we said, might be good enough to top 35%.
Really good job. Well,
Caroline through the first 3 obstacles, just not able to get through the 4th in time. As we see Ryan Hoff take the start platform.
Ryan Hoff again making his debut.
I like that he's wearing a shirt with his face on it.
That's saying something. Maybe he's very confident. And that's what we need.
Exactly. He's a taller guy, so he should be able to get through these first few obstacles fairly quickly.
And hopefully he's going to bring some power to this course that we need and some speed. Wow. Going through that static approach.
One-siding the entire thing. Oh my.
Almost slipping off.
Almost knocking the platform over, but moving with urgency, and that is something we have not seen in a lot of runners today. Although it's just
but that urgency comes at a cost.
Come back. Gotta quick grab the angled end.
A little bit of issue at the start, but he's still got some good time here.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Traffic jam.
Especially as he jumps to the second one. If he can get this third wheel quickly, which he does, he should be good on time.
Looking good so far. Now coming down the second half of traffic jam.
And now having just seen Danny Adair fall here, will he go safer on Tar Heel turn? He's not going to.
Oh!
Backfires. Why are people just going full send on this obstacle? It's designed as a slow balance obstacle. You really have to take it slow. You can use your hand. And there goes the bar of the pipe coaster.
Ryan Hoff looking a little bit disappointed there as he comes through to aerial barrel. Hopefully we can see someone complete aerial barrel right now. Let's see.
Yeah,
Ryan.
I mean, he definitely has the length in his arms to do it, and he front grabs it, and that'll do. Count him in.
It's funny. They know that they're not meant to front grab it, and yet they front grab it. And I think it's just that pressure, it's that nerve.
Last time we were here in Greensboro, the aerial barrel was right in front of us. Alyssa Beard, who's a former world champion,
Yep.
front grabbed it, and then as she's falling down, looked over at us just to say, I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But she did it anyway.
And that's the beautiful part about Ninja. You can mentally prepare, but sometimes things just don't execute in the way that you want them to. And next up, we've got John Helfenberger. Very cool last name, I must say. John stepping up with his debut run. He's got a cool moustache.
Yeah.
I love that moustache.
Not many people go for the chaplain anymore.
I like it. And he's doing really well here through swing bars. Very smooth, very quick. Now coming on to Kitty Hawk here. And he's got that go, go, go approach, which I'm liking right now. 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of our better runs. One of our fastest through this point.
One of the better moustaches, one of the better runs. That's what we like to see.
Not mine. Mine's in my car. Well, John moving quickly through traffic jam, and now another moment of truth. Trying to go. Okay,
struggling a little bit, but he gets through.
Okay.
This is very exciting.
He has a coach with him, trying to tell him to go.
Coming through to pipe coaster. Can he stick the big lâché here? Lines it up, and he sticks it.
That was nice.
And big anticipation from the crowd.
Buddy,
oh no!
Was going too fast on the ropes. And the ropes
John.
end up being an unexpected killer on the pipe coaster. It's not even part of the name of the obstacle.
I don't think that's where John was expecting to come out.
No.
And going out in style, I must say, with a great little tumble.
I like at least that the tumble there was on the ground and not in midair.
Yes. So we've seen backflips, tumble turns, and one-arm grabs so far.
Great,
what else do we have in store?
Great debut for John. As we move on.
That was a really good debut for John.
Anthony Keys.
Anthony's
I
quite
can't tell
young.
the logo. Oh, it is. I thought it was a TA Fitness, as we see Lucas Reale on the sidelines. Lucas, as we mentioned in the last wave, the winner of our Makoto Nagano Sportsmanship Award, named after legendary Japanese ninja Makoto Nagano, a hero of so many OGs in this sport. Lucas no doubt understands the significance of that award. Let's see if he can get Anthony through this course. Going with the lâché approach. Not the most efficient through swing bars, but it works. Going through an obstacle slow, obviously better than failing an obstacle quickly.
Oh yeah. And he's looking good so far, and
Yeah.
having his coach on the sideline is definitely proving to be helpful here.
I'm so glad their competitors are making Kitty Hawk look easy.
Yeah, they really are at this point. It's no longer any point of struggle for our competitors. Oh, just missing that and coming out on traffic jam. That is a devastating exit.
It's obstacles 4 and 5 so far.
Anthony Keys just going to be giving the rest of this course a good crack with 33 seconds left on the clock and making Tar Heel turn look pretty easy there.
Jack, how much of this is the mental game now? Seeing so many competitors slip up, trying to essentially replicate a bad beta instead of one you probably know is better as he grabs the second pipe coaster, something not a lot of people have done so far.
In all honesty, I think it's It's the fact that this is the NNL World Championships that really is the intimidation factor. Competitors have to ask themselves, am I capable of being one of those top competitors that complete this stage? And in all honesty, some of these competitors are. But I'll tell you what, we can see that camaraderie right there, a good show of sportsmanship, just great vibes all round, and that's what's important at the end of the day. So,
I keep needing to come up with new phrases to indicate my agreement, but you hit the nail on the head. Oh, well, there was one. Should have just said that. You hit the nail on the head there. This community is so awesome, so supportive of each other, and sometimes you just have to say, I could have done it, but I'm proud of myself anyway.
And Anthony, debut run in the adult division. What an awesome effort. And I'm sure we'll see him back next year looking to improve on that result.
Well, Jagger Nelson is also making his first appearance, and based on the, you know what, I think that might be Freedom Gymnastics based on the font. Yeah, that's Freedom. That's Freedom Gymnastics. A logo I would recognize anywhere, being a Pennsylvania boy myself.
Well, Jagger looking to go for that confident.
Ooh.
Jagger's got a bit of swagger as he comes through this course.
Jagger with the swagger, I like it. I'm sure he's already thought of that.
Yeah, he's definitely been called that one too many times.
Well, I mean, he's really going smoothly through this course.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is one of the smoothest runs we've seen so far.
Veteran presence out of the rookie.
Veteran presence out of the rookie.
I'm sure it is not a rookie season for Jagger, as
what a great recovery
he's showing
there
a lot of poise.
Yeah, and a great recovery there. Really showing that veteran approach here. One-arming almost everything.
He made the trip from Pennsylvania. He is going deep into this course.
Tar Heel turn.
Wow, I was worried about that last lily pad, but he's through.
And I'll tell you, he has the time.
The fastest to this point.
Can he stick it? Yes, he can.
Okay, this might be it. Let's not get too excited, but this is looking very good.
Moving on to the best time to aerial barrel so far.
You know, last year we had a rule of thumb to take 22 seconds on aerial barrel. He has 22 seconds on aerial barrel.
This can be done. He's just got to execute accordingly.
But he's got to do it. I'd like to see more action from the knees. Well, he's got it.
The red lights are on here. 7 seconds on the clock.
Could this be our first clear? The jump!
No! No!
So close to being our first clear, but a rookie run to remember from Jagger. He will definitely be in the top 35%. We'll see him on stage 2 in the strongest ninja division on Sunday. But such a shame. I was really hoping. But on the bright side, he showed that this stage can be done in the time limit.
He has shown that, and he's shown that smoothness is key through this. He wasn't particularly fast in any kind of way. He was just super smooth, and he managed to get it done.
If the world were to end right now, Jagger Nelson would be going out a world champion.
Hopefully
he
it
is
doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, next up we've got Matthew Sukalis.
Next up was Matthew, coming out of the Movement Lab, one of the OG ninja facilities, and home to the first World Championship, as we see Emily Seville, one of the lab rats, on his sidelines, going for the static approach, but needing a big swing to get it.
He's taking a few too many swings on swing bars here, I believe.
I would concur with that.
But he's looking good, and perhaps running the clock down a little too much here on our second obstacle. But can he stick the dismount?
Likely just not a familiarity. not comfortable with the big swinging elements like that. Probably maybe just more of a grip guy or a balance guy, if I had to hazard a guess.
And I'll tell you what, he's going for a personal best here nonetheless. Let's see how he can go. Making his debut season here, so anything's a personal best.
Bummed to not get through Kitty Hawk. But a chance to beat Traffic Jam, that'd be a huge morale booster.
Let's see how he goes here on Traffic Jam. He's got that sideways momentum that he couldn't seem to shake. And now he's going to move on to Tar Heel turn. Hopefully.
10 seconds left. This has been the killer.
Yeah, it truly is earning a reputation at this point.
Starting to slip there. Oh, short. Never got a good foot on that first lily pad, and his time has expired. But one to grow on, and definitely something to learn. I am sure that he's happy with his rookie debut, and hopefully we will see him back next year stronger than ever.
Yeah, 2 obstacles down, hopefully looking to improve on that, maybe do 3 or 4 or 5 next time, or even complete stage 1.
Bobby O'Neill, one of our event coordinators at the Ninja Academies, I believe Camden, I could be wrong.
Came out on aerial barrel in 2020, so hopefully we're going to see him face it down again. Hopefully he's had that time to improve since 2020. He looks ready to go. I'm feeling good about this run. Just a hunch. Just getting some final checks with the ref before the clock starts.
Bobby has been around the block, let's put it that way. And some of the very best have come out of those Ninja Academies. Let's see if Bobby has another signature moment for them to be the first on this course to beat stage 1.
That is going to be a moment. When someone completes this course, the crowd will go
I was
wild.
here in Hartford when it took us 2.5 waves, and the waves were much longer then. It took us about 170 runners to get it clear. And the atmosphere was so electric that I hope we never do that again.
Well, you know, the higher the climb, the sweeter the reward here.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Bobby through on this
Well,
course.
the bad news is his time is not particularly good.
Well, he might bring it back here. We might see some superhuman
really
strength.
needs some urgency here on Traffic Channel. Getting some support from his sideline. Actually, you know what? I heard somebody shouting at him, and then I realized it was somebody shouting at somebody in the skills.
Right.
It is hard to tell who's watching this course and who's watching the skills. There's definitely a mix of both. As Bobby, again, that third wheel on that up section has been a struggle, and that is where Bobby's World Championship will end, although making Target turn look effortless.
Yeah, it's weird. Some people who go through it, when they actually complete it, do make it look effortless. But when you fall on it, it really does look like a horrible obstacle. And we're going to get him to see him on Pipe Coaster here, almost going backwards.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't go backwards and thinking better of the jump.
And that is
Knowing
time.
That his time has expired. Hopefully he will be back next year looking to get revenge on the 4th obstacle.
That's exactly right.
And here's our first international competitor, Berenice Tabarel, a name I would bet money that I have pronounced incorrectly.
From the France team.
Yes.
This is the first of hopefully many French competitors that we're going to see.
We have a lot of French competitors here on the railings and a lot in the stands. I'm guessing they might just be here to see Berenice.
Just everyone here has come to support Berenice.
Would not shock me in the slightest. A huge French contingent here supporting all of these athletes. Hey, maybe Berenice could be the first. Maybe just take somebody with a fresh mindset. A huge flag, I hope that shows up on camera.
As you can see, supporting Berenice is a wave of white, blue, and red in the crowd. They are all getting behind her, but no.
She overshot it. Dang it.
Too excited there. A bit too excited.
Berenice looking for some vengeance here.
That platform is becoming the downfall for quite a few of our competitors.
I feel like that's now 4 people who have quote-unquote failed Kitty Hawk.
Yeah.
Getting some advice from her teammates in French.
Spinning rounds here.
Not getting caught up.
I would love to see how fast those propellers can spin with someone on them.
With someone on them? I don't know.
Just someone really just trying to see how fast they can make it go.
Not that fast.
They do move though.
Certainly not as fast as these wheels spin. Let me put it that way. Well, Berenice showing strength here. Such a unique opportunity to come all the way to America.
And to be amongst such a great group.
Absolutely.
The France Ninjas.
She will at least have skills to look forward to later in the weekend. And ultimately, like I said, so many people just come for the experience, not necessarily hoping to win a world championship, but just wanting that unique experience, that unique camaraderie that this event provides. Theodora Deniso, one of many victims of aerial barrel 2 years ago.
I love that they brought aerial barrel back. We had a lot of victims on it.
As the last obstacle, too.
Yeah, it's just like the ultimate slap in the face. It's like, hey, you've had 2 years to practice this. We're going to see if you have.
Exactly right.
Theodora looking good so far. in the early stages of this run.
Looking smooth. Nice kick. Remember, a lot at play here for the girls. Stage 1 might end the World Championship, and we're still going to look for 35% through to Stage 2 in the Strongest Ninja. That could be very important.
That's exactly right. So progress is just as valuable as completion on this course.
Yeah.
And this is just Stage 1. It's scary to think about what Stage 2 and Stage 3 are going to be.
They're gnarly. I'm just going to tell you that right out of the gate.
Well,
I don't believe we've had any women defeat Traffic Jam yet, although we've only had a couple so far. Theodora looking good. Let's see if she can finish it. This, I'd assume, would put her in the top 35%.
if she can stick that grab, which she does.
And now just the descent, not the hard part, but how much stamina does she have left?
Well, it seems like a lot so far.
Oh, no! Oh, Lord, she just fell on the carpet bonded foam, but she appears to be okay. That is the good news. I think just...
She seems to be injury-free, and it looks like she wants to keep going.
Maybe got the wind knocked out of her, but right back on the course.
Wow, talk about resilience there.
Able to claw her way through Tar Heel turn, so if she would have made that landing, although not getting to the rope in time.
And that is where you've got to take her hats off to her
Who
for
knows?
that.
Maybe that landing cost her a world championship. Maybe it cost her 35%. But on the bright side, she's gained a lot of new fans. She's gained a lot of respect from the folks here, the commentators.
That's exactly right.
And a scary one, but thankfully she is okay.
Well, next up we've got Luke Lowell, and he's making a return. Came out on aerial barrel as well.
As a young adult.
As a young adult, now an adult.
Yes.
So 2 years later, hoping to rectify his mistakes on aerial barrel.
Luke Lowell Lizanki. Zanki? LLL.
LLL.
I love it. That was awful. I apologize.
No. I'm sticking with it. That's beautiful. Well,
Look at the determination in his face. Breathing heavy, but just because he's throwing a lot of power. Getting the advice to go easy on that landing, that was a wise decision. And he can reset on this platform if he wants to, but he doesn't want to.
and he's a big guy, so hopefully he's going to use that big reach of his to get him through Kitty Hawk, which he is.
Still a minute to go. And hopefully
One-arming
with this
that.
long reach, he'll be able to get through traffic jam quickly.
I think so. I think he's gonna find traffic jam, no problems whatsoever.
Building up a swing on that first wheel, that is so smart, easily up.
Yeah,
to that third
easily.
wheel. Makes you wonder how anyone failed it.
It's these athletes with that longer reach. It's no problem.
Although I see he was trying to get recentered for the dowel of the splat a lot.
It's that sideways
slide, excuse
momentum
me.
that is the real
Yep.
killer sometimes.
Remember that disc
Wow.
on the sideways also.
Moving through here, 22 seconds on the clock.
Through Tar Heel turn without the hand.
We're going to see him onto Pipe Coaster here.
Definitely has the time to beat Pipe Coaster.
Can he stick the landing? That is the question.
That's behind his head, but
Oh,
not enough kip up.
and an
He
epic.
did not have the time to defeat the entire course.
I love that exit from him though. At
Yeah.
the end there, just
Just
collapsing.
a slow movie villain defeat.
Yeah, something out of a movie in all honesty. That's time. Would have loved to have seen him on the aerial barrel that took him out 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
And I'm sure he would have liked that as well, but not in the cards today. Our next athlete is Jonathan Keys. We saw Anthony Keys a moment ago, who did very well. So we're looking to
Yes.
see Jonathan improve on who I assume is his brother's performance.
Well, he's got that motivation. He wants to beat his brother, and maybe he can utilize that to perhaps beat his course.
Just a brief announcement. Please be aware and remember that the closed bleachers on the east side of the building, that is sections 128.
We're going to keep commentating because
Yes.
this is relevant to those in attendance, but for those of you watching at home, don't worry about it. Coached by Lucas Reale on the sidelines. He's been on the sidelines a lot today.
Yeah. Is,
Supporting these at
is
all.
Lucas competing?
Yes, he'll be competing in elites later.
That's very exciting.
He's an exemplary competitor and exemplary coach.
I wonder who's going to be coaching Lucas. That's the real question.
I bet it's his girlfriend, Kira.
That would make sense.
He's also a coach at TA.
Well, Jonathan is making great progress so far. And hopefully he's not going to get caught up on traffic jam here, which it doesn't look like he is.
Man, I have to start on that.
Looking good, coming down. Got a sideways move. And he's got it. Okay.
He's got it onto Tar Heel turn here.
Smart with the hand check.
This can make or break.
Tried to run it. Now, it looked like
Close tap, but the ref isn't going to call it. That's really good.
maybe I'm assuming an incidental graze. It definitely didn't look like it helped him. So smart call by Dan Galazinski, not his first.
Wow.
Grabs the bar.
And we can see him celebrate. Oh! Going
Another
out.
movie villain exit.
In epic fashion.
He saw the buzzer in his sights and just let it slip away from him.
And that is that fun approach. I think Lucas Reality, we can attribute that to all of his competitors coming through with such a good attitude here.
Yeah.
And that is just awesome.
I was kind of thrown off.
It wasn't Jonathan?
I don't know, was it? Oh, yeah.
It said Jonathan.
I saw Paul at the beginning.
Oh.
That's not Paul.
No, we had Jonathan on here.
Yeah.
What a positive vibe. And you could see him celebrating as he came down that second coaster. You just got to love it. It warms the heart when you see competitors like that.
Yeah.
Not taking it too seriously.
For sure.
And just enjoying the moment.
That's what I really like about the adults and masters divisions.
Yeah.
A little bit more casual of a vibe. They definitely like to have fun, and especially the masters.
I don't think we're going to see that in the Elite Division too much.
No.
It's going to
Elite
be very
division, they're
elite.
going to be upset.
They're
We
all
have
coming.
Paula Mejias, I'm guessing, from my one semester of Spanish in college. A Ninja Street team member. I'm trying to identify the logo on her shirt, and I can't do it. Kind of an Adidas vibe, maybe? I don't know.
It's a cool shirt.
Hmm?
The ref just checking over some things before
Yeah, I'm
we get into
guessing
this round.
filing a review on that foot tap.
But yeah, it was a close call. And always good to check for the video review there.
Smart. But here's Paula. Let's see if she can be our first girl through traffic jam. First woman through traffic jam, I should say.
That would be a cool moment.
Yes.
Either way, going for that clear, going for that top 35% here.
Nice smooth swings. Nice catch. And great kick.
Yeah.
If anything, maybe a little too much kick. But retaining the momentum onto the next bar, and that's crucial. Landing.
Smooth so far. It's been a really smooth run. That's the best way to describe so far. Big swings on that. Moving through Kitty Hawk with great pace so far. And just slowly rotating around and exiting off with 35 seconds left on the clock.
Definitely time to beat traffic jam and Tar Heel turn beyond it.
This could be an exciting moment here.
Definitely lots of eyes on Paula looking to move into first place.
Going with that kipping approach. No momentum. Oh, struggling a little bit there.
Got a hand on it. Going back to the platform to try to build up another swing. And she just cannot reach it.
The kip just isn't enough at this point. And I think she's running out of gas.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the red lights go. And she's coming to a stop at this traffic jam.
Tough break there for Paula.
But great run.
Certainly.
That was her debut run, everyone. So what a great effort from Paula.
Now a name I have not heard in quite some time, Derek Conway. Derek has a bone to pick with the last obstacle of stage one as he's fallen there twice.
Wow.
All the way back in 2018, he was a victim of the flying squirrel, the last obstacle.
And 2021, victim of Splat-A-Lot. So he knows how to get to the end of stage one. Now all he's got to do is execute and finish on it.
And Dave Kavanaugh, one of the OGs on his sideline. Could Derek Conway break the curse and be our first clear? That'd be a heck of a way to get your first clear. Breaking through after 2 times, filling on the last obstacle. Taking voting blocks a little easy, though.
If there's anyone that's qualified to do it, this is our man.
Nice and smooth, though, through the swing bars.
Derek having a bright orange man bun. Absolutely beautiful.
Love it. Wow, needing to use the bar to save himself, but that's okay. Resetting is allowed on this course.
Derek would be pretty easy to find in a crowd, I'd probably say.
Certainly if you were looking from overhead.
Yes. And he's looking
55
good
seconds
here.
remain, yeah. Time is okay.
It's smooth and calm so far. And he's got no sideways momentum. And he's using that long reach of his to get through traffic jam with quite a great deal of ease. This is such a
Look at
good
how
run.
smooth he is on the dismount, too.
It feels so calm right now.
Well, maybe a little too calm because time is not looking good. He's shaking out.
He's
really
gassed.
needs to not be shaking out, yeah.
He's really got to go here. I think the possibility of the clear here is out of the way, but hopefully we're going to see him onto pipe coaster. That would be awesome. And he's testing out the step.
Really not confident in these lily pads. And also, he has not attempted before. He was not here 2 years ago.
But he gets through it. And Derek will be...
Well, he gets the clear of Tar Heel turn. And ultimately not able...
But he's going to get the big slide, the big swing.
Not a grab.
Derek coming off with very positive vibes.
Good work, Derek. Thank you. Thank you.
Derek keeping
He
the
says he'll
positive
take
vibes
it.
there.
Yeah, I like it.
I love that. I love
Coming
that
up
mentality.
On the final 10 or 11 competitors in this wave. Being a quick check from the line manager.
Making sure everything is in check.
What name do we have on the top? Brandon?
Brandon.
So Brandon Sanders was scheduled to run earlier. So maybe he just missed his cue or something. Here is Brandon Sanders, being coached by one of my favorite people to talk to in this sport, Michael Johnson. A great coach who...
It's not Michael Johnson. It's not him.
You know, I was wondering why he was wearing that shirt. It's the mask. I can't tell people apart in the mask.
Well, that is all good. Brandon Sanders is looking good so far on this run. And
See,
making
Lisa
decent
Phillip will
time.
tell me when I'm being stupid.
That's why we have Philip.
Is this a USA Ninja Challenge athlete, maybe? It's a rhetorical question. I don't expect you to know that.
Very, very cool shirt here. And he's making really good time. 50 seconds on the clock. This is definitely doable if he doesn't get caught up on traffic jam.
Well, that was an interesting grab, but it works.
And it's always that third grab that we hold our breath for.
Yeah.
And once they're through that, we can kind of be relieved again.
Well, we have seen a couple people fall in this descent, and especially the dismount.
Yes, we've
Lest we
seen
forget Theodora a moment ago.
who, yes, fell epically and met the concrete.
Thankfully not concrete. There's carpet bonded foam back there.
Okay.
So it's not, I'd rather fall on the mat, but I'd rather fall on the foam than the concrete. Great save.
Wow.
There.
12 seconds on the clock here.
And
We are going to see him through pipe coaster.
And wow, there you go. He just staticked it. I guess it is possible.
Yes. Well, he's got that long
2
reach.
seconds to dismount. Not able to do it in time. It is, in fact, a USA Ninja Challenge athlete from Durham, right here in North Carolina. So not a far drive at all.
And
hopefully he'll be back tomorrow to try out the skills. And you know what? The way this day is going, that could be good enough for top 35% on Sunday.
it could. It very well could. In the elite division, I think we're going to see a lot more clears. But in the adult division, that could be, it is what it is. That could be enough.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming with Adrian Ibarra.
Adrian taking a moment there and now stepping up to the platform.
I don't see a coach for him. Going solo, a lot of adult athletes opting the solo approach, which makes me feel like a lot are maybe, you know, basement ninjas, backyard warriors. Nothing wrong with that, honestly. A lot more respect. Not more respect, but definitely a lot of respect for those athletes without a gym, just making do with what they have.
Well, Adrian taking
And I
that
stand
static
corrected,
approach.
he's an Axios athlete. I just saw from the back of his shirt. Down in Brownsville, Texas, near the U.S.-Mexico border.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think you can reach from the rope there. But you should be able to get it right. And he tried.
That rope slipping out of his hands there.
Yeah, he really needed to grab it with one hand and then hold on. And that's maybe something a coach tells you.
But we're going to see him through onto traffic jam and see how far he would have gotten if it weren't for that slippery road.
We definitely appreciate Adrian making the trip all the way from the south end of Texas.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's enjoying his experience. Not able to get through traffic jam, but beating Tar Heel Turn would be a huge morale boost.
Ooh.
They just slipped on that. The good news is he has enough time to try the pipe coasters.
And that lily pad is really something that you got to hit on the nail. And if you miss it, it really slaps out at you. Struggling to get the height on this
no
road.
way you can get it if you don't hit the center.
And he's going to line up the double dipper. Oh.
Not able to get it. And that's going to be the end of his time.
But I'll tell you what. You want to see people onto aerial barrel, but unfortunately we don't have enough time here.
I'd like to see this stage be like 2-3 minutes so that everybody could do everything, but then we
beautiful. If it was 2 or 3 minutes, I think we'd see a lot more clears. But
possibly, but also we'd still be on like the 10th run.
Yes.
So maybe for the best.
Of course, and it's designed to push. Well, next up we've got Mary Jo Norris.
This is actually the longest stage 1 time limit in 3 years. It was 110 for almost every division last time we were here.
That is saying something about the difficulty that we set for these courses. The NNL is no joke. They don't muck about. It's cutthroat. But top 35% is always in play, so keep that in mind. Just because these competitors are coming out early, they may make the top 35% and be, well...
That would be the strongest ninja division.
Yes.
World Championship is wherever your first fall is anywhere on the course, as we see Mary Jo in her first World Championship. Definitely has some supporters on the sidelines.
Mary looking good so far. Static's the first one, but I think she's going to go for the lache. Going for the second static.
Well, you stand corrected.
I do. And now...
Sizing up the dismount. This is proven to be tricky.
It is.
Not for Mary Jo, a beautiful stick. Putting a swing up here to Kitty Hawk.
She's got the swing. This is definitely doable, but she's going to have to connect those hands. And she tries to static it.
She slipped off as she was trying to reset.
And you can see how slippery that platform is there. Her shoes just slid straight off there.
Dan Galazinski telling her to move on to the next obstacle. Trying to get as much experience as you can in your 1 minute 30 seconds on this course.
And it's a great rule. Like, I love that we can continue the course despite the fact that they've fallen short. It just at least lets them experience the pain of this course and maybe fall a few more times.
Might even be a little demoralizing.
I think it can be to an extent, but you know what? I think she got to try everything. And Mary Jo giving a great run.
A little bit of a frustration grunt, though.
But having good, positive spirit. Well, next we got someone who's very built. Jared Griffin stepping up to the starting line. He means business.
That he does. But if he shows business, maybe he could be our first player.
Well, he's making his first appearance here, his debut season in the NNL adult division.
Let's shift over, like, because I feel like you're just kind of, there we go. I was on the edge of my seat in the wrong way.
Well, Jared Griffin moving through here with great pace so far.
He's going for the lache approach. I would have liked to see him do a static, but whatever is more comfortable for him.
Whatever works. And people using that bar to save them falling off the platform there. He's got a great swing here coming into Kitty Hawk.
Needs to get, okay, there we go. He had the right hand placement.
Exactly.
But 48 seconds, how is his time?
Well,
Still struggling to size up that landing platform.
And he sizes it up.
I would have liked to see way more urgency out of Jared because he's showing the strength to beat all of these obstacles.
That's exactly right.
But starting to get a little caught up here on traffic jam.
Got the unwanted momentum the wrong way, but he uses his height there to stick it.
Yeah, traffic jam. Some people have attempted an obstacle like this, others haven't, but you've not attempted this exact obstacle, I can promise you that.
I just don't think people anticipate how much those wheels spin. You expect them to spin, and then you get on there and you're like, wow, these spin.
They spin a lot. In fact, you can see he's down inside of 10 seconds, maybe enough time to rush through Tar Heel Turn.
Ooh. and coming out there on the lily pads and running out of time, unfortunately, but keeping a smile on his face.
High five to the ref. You can do that, Ninja.
And he's happy with his result.
Oh, some excitement over on the team course. My goodness.
I believe there was a clear over on the team course.
Yeah. We've been hearing sporadic shouts of excitement all over the place.
Where's
it's hard
our-
to tell what course it's from. We can just tell because the lights are flashing over on the teens.
Where's our clear? We need our clear.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll get it. We'll get it. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be a sweet, sweet clear.
Well, this is scheduled run number 50. I don't know if it's run number 50 exactly. Dylan DeSantis is scheduled to be our next runner. Another Ninja Street athlete, whoever it is.
It would be really, really cool here to see that clear. This course is really proving to be quite difficult, and I love it for it. It's wouldn't have it any other way. It wouldn't be an NNL course if it wasn't extremely difficult.
Yeah, I got that right. It is in fact Dylan DeSantis.
Can confirm. He looks primed and ready to go here. He's just waiting for that buzzer countdown.
Yeah, nobody likes being iced, but looks like he's about ready to go.
Looking like he's ready to run.
Wow, look at that. In the starting block. He means business. He wants to be this first clear, and he knows he has to move urgently to do it.
And I think that's what we're missing. We are missing that urgency. But Dylan DeSantis is attacking this course with urgency. Great landing on the platform. Taking that one hand after the other approach there.
Wow, able to save it. He was kind of starting to get caught up, but ultimately just made the stab out and got it.
Well, struggling a bit with the momentum here.
Wow, sure.
Doing circles, but his feet get in the way.
Rope. There you go. He was trying to go to the other side of the propeller. Ultimately, that got him across. So whatever works, I guess.
And luckily, a great sign of strength there. His one arm lock off carrying him there quite strongly.
The urgency not paying off huge dividends as it's got him caught a few times.
But 35 seconds left. It's doable if he can get off quickly.
He's trying to line it up, and he does. Tar heel turn, smartly counting to that step. That's
going to be walking across those. And he's looking good, and we're going to see him onto pipe coaster here.
But really needing to lock his legs, having trouble getting up to that bar, needs to not knock it away. It's only on a flimsy magnet.
Almost
great
sticking
form,
the lash out.
getting the bar one hand at a time. Time running out, so he will definitely get through this obstacle.
If he can stick the platform.
He does, but not enough time to beat aerial barrel.
That is a real shame, but what a great run from Dylan DeSantis. He attacked this course with great urgency and almost got there in the end. Just had aerial barrel to go.
This brings us to Kyle McRae, who is an aerial barrel victim. So we'll see if he gets revenge, but he's going to have to move quickly in order to get there. Looks like he's coming out of Key West, or at least visited there.
A fair few people on this run sheet showing to be victims of aerial barrel. It's a beautiful sight, but a scary sight.
That it is, Jack. That it is.
Just waiting for that timer to start. Let's see how
we're underway.
Racing across building blocks there.
Quickly through, and you want to conserve as much momentum as you can. We really like those obstacles here at the NNL. Obstacles where the first obstacle is easy, but the more momentum you carry into it, the better off you're going to be on the second obstacle.
That's exactly right. And wow, speaking of momentum, that swing, crazy big there. He is attacking this course with great urgency. Moving through here with great pace. A minute on the clock.
He was behind the pillar. I thought he slipped for a second. He is in good shape. He actually great shape.
Coming into traffic jam here.
I would have liked to see him grab that first try, but he'll get it.
He'll get it. No
If he fails by a second, that is why. Missed hand placement can cost you time.
Well, he's moving through traffic jam here. Nice
40
and smooth.
seconds. Needs to get going. He needs to get going.
Now moving on to Tar Heel turn. This is the deadly part. And he gets through
Okay,
here.
28 seconds.
We're going to see him through to pipe coaster,
Not impossible.
making a big lâché.
Being
And
a little
hopefully
caught
connecting
in the
this up.
rope.
Oh no!
Lachey, and he just got a fingertip on it. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to give an honest attempt at aerial barrel, but I like the fact that he's running into it. You might as well.
Good
But
attitude.
now, kind of awkward swinging. And yeah, just kind of
And he's
failed
going to
out of
finish
it.
it. It's an improvement. Last year, 2 years ago, he fell out on obstacle 4, so to have made it through to pipe coaster is an awesome effort.
And
a
now
great
for
improvement.
Jared Abrams, who we've seen coaching a couple runs, coming out of the Ninja Lab franchise. So now it's time to see if that coaching will pay off. He's seen up close and personal what he needs to do to beat this stage.
And you're noticing with these later athletes, they're attacking it with a lot more urgency.
Yes.
So Jared, I'm hoping as a ninja coach, will attack this course with a great deal of urgency.
Generally, it should only take a couple runs, but sometimes you just need a couple waves to realize, oh, I need to go.
And going Jared is here.
Going with the Lachey approach, he's definitely long. He has the wingspan enough to Lachey this, opting not to.
Great save there on the dismount platform. Coming into Kitty Hawk, only needing one swing here
Okay.
as he
Got
moves
quickly through.
Wow. That was a quick move through, so he's recovered some time there. Now-
Actually, he's caught up that time that he lost by not staticking swing bars.
And now moving on to traffic jam, grabbing the third wheel, first go, and going with that swing through
Gotta
approach.
get quickly down.
Wow. And he is moving through this very quickly now. Now onto
Seconds remain.
Tar Heel turn. One of the distinguishing obstacles.
Oh,
Oh.
not able to get the stab after that first release. Had never quite gotten the 7 yet.
Having a little bit of difficulty here, but we're going to see him line up the lâché. Oh,
Yeah, no, he kicks his feet too far forward in advance. You want to keep that kick out forward for the very end. And he did it as he was coming down.
he's going to
Just
get a
to have
good
the momentum.
crack here on aerial barrel. Clock running down here. And what a great effort
Yep.
from Jared.
So,
And debut season.
yeah,
Debut
exactly.
run. So can't complain.
And I'm seeing a legend of our sport on the sidelines now. It's Sam San, one of the OGs, owner of Sam San Warriors, and he is coaching Brandon Vu, making his debut in the World Championship.
Well,
There's a number of these athletes so far.
this is very
Sam has
exciting.
his game face on. I love it.
To have a legendary coach on the sidelines, this is where it helps. And hopefully
This is where I
Brandon-
was looking to Philip to make sure that was Sam San. I don't think it is. Oh, yes, you are correct. Yay! I did something right.
can confirm Alex is correct.
That's a rarity.
And now let's see how Brandon goes on this course.
Well, definitely he has some great coaches.
And he's attacking swing bars with a good sense
One
of urgency.
hand over one hand, and then opting the two-handed approach that time. I was a little bit worried about that dismount, but he's got it. He's in good shape.
Great pace so far.
Yeah.
Wow. Moving through Kitty Hawk, perhaps
Wow.
the fastest time we've seen so
Yeah,
far.
actually, he might be in first place through 3 obstacles. But what matters is that he gets through these remaining obstacles, which he has the time to do.
This is possible here. If he can keep up this
Yeah.
urgency.
For sure, and he's doing it. Let's see that quick dismount, and then let's see him get
Onto Tar Heel
there we
turn
go.
here.
Let's see him get right onto Tar Heel turn.
40 seconds on the
Taking a
clock
couple
here.
Seconds. There we go. That's not bad. Gotta make sure you get wow, tiptoeing through, and I think he really caught the front.
Very light
But-
feet here.
But gravity gives him the benefit of the doubt.
Can he stick this lâché? This is the big
Great
one.
Kick.
Wow.
Could have caught it with his mouth.
Definitely.
Great determination. As he has 18 seconds, he will not be in first place.
This-
He's definitely top 5.
This is going to cut it
He'd
very,
be top
very
1
close
with it
here.
clear.
10
Probably
seconds.
has to go on this swing, and he realizes it. Oh, he catches it. Wait a minute.
And he's
Hold
gonna have
on
to
a
go on
minute.
this
4
one.
seconds.
And I tell you what, 5, 10 extra seconds, he could have had that. Oh,
Yeah.
Brandon Vu.
A little bit more urgency on swing bars. We got a rare smile out of Sam Sand there at the end.
He was excited.
Can we see the leaderboard to see where Brandon is? He's currently in second place.
Jagger Nelson still holding that top time in that very exciting run by 9 seconds. Wow. So Jagger had the run of his life,
Yeah.
I guess, at a much faster time. But Brandon showing us that it can pretty much be done in that pace. He'd just be cutting it very, very close.
Stephanie Borowiec. We're
probably
Borowiec.
getting that wrong.
I don't know. I trust Philip.
Well,
he would know.
She's a returning competitor. Fell out on Boardwalk last year.
Yeah, and Traffic Jam is ultimately a harder version of Boardwalk, so I am a little bit worried. But thankfully for Stephanie, no one has beaten Boardwalk yet, so first of all, if she beats it, she'd be the first to do so, and she'd be in first place. Second,
it would be
she
cool
might
to
not
see her
need to
through
beat it to
Traffic
get
Jam.
top 35%.
Yeah, top 35% is always in play here, which is important to remember. And she is looking good here, coming into Kitty Hawk with a good amount of swing. Wow. Only requiring one swing. And I remember in our early stages, a lot of these competitors were using multiple swings. But she's fighting here on Kitty Hawk.
You need to reach out.
Really
She can reach back, and that's what she does.
looking to
Trying to steady
re-center.
herself. Still no.
Struggling to get the momentum.
Needs to get a little bit of a pull, I think, on that first propel. There we go. She's got the idea now.
And going
Lighter,
backwards through it.
Hey, it works.
Whatever works. 30 seconds on the clock here, coming into Traffic Jam. Could she be the first female through Traffic Jam?
Well, she needs to move quickly. There's only 24 seconds remaining.
She's got a bit of sideways momentum here, going with that lock-off approach.
Yeah, now she's kind of lost herself here.
And you can really see the gas of the arms
Yeah.
kicking in here. And
The second straight year, Stephanie will fall on the fourth obstacle. But a great effort.
Consistency, that is key.
Good work,
And great
Stephanie.
stuff. Keeping a smile on her face.
Yeah.
Great effort there.
Down to our last two runners as Adam Dubowery is up. Another local.
Another local, another debut run. Stepping up to the plate.
It's funny because he has one of the earliest NinjaWorks IDs, so he's been hanging around this sport since season 4. This finally his first crack
And
at the World
I
Championship.
think he's just been waiting for his moment. He's like, all right, I'll come when I'm ready to clear stage 1. And,
4
and that's
years
what
of
he's waiting.
training have built up to the next 1 minute and 30 seconds of Adam's life.
Bro, going with that smooth, static approach there, which is what we like to see.
Switching sides, which is interesting.
Wow, almost grabbing the next
Well,
obstacle
that
there.
would not have been allowed, but a quick glance not going to help you. That's fine. But look at the urgency on Kitty Hawk. That's one of the fastest we've seen, although...
This is up there.
Yeah, that's definitely the fastest we've seen through Kitty Hawk.
We'll call it a great time nonetheless.
He has what it takes. Sometimes it takes a rookie, someone who hasn't experienced these bright lights before, to break through.
And he's looking good here. This is, if he can move with certain urgency, he's taking that one-arm approach through all of this.
But now he's a little awkward on the dismount. Gets it.
42 seconds left on the clock.
Should be enough.
He's got to attack this course.
But he's really slipping on that step.
But he makes
Just
it
barely
through.
getting.
Makes it through Tar Heel Turn, and we're now going to see him onto Pipe Coaster. Very exciting times.
Needing one more reach.
Spinning like no tomorrow. Taking that mixed grip approach, and he lines up the lachet, and he
Got
sticks it.
17 seconds. Definitely being its obstacle in the cards.
This
I'm
is
not
exciting.
sure about Barrel. Not 10 seconds. Let's pull Rabbit out of the hat here.
Looking to, ooh!
Okay. Don't hit your head now.
Taking an epic fall at the end there.
I love the commitment, though. You know what you have to do. You have
just
no
gotta
choice
send
at
it.
that point. Yeah.
That was really his only choice. And he took it with courage. He took the blow. And I'm sure we'll see him back.
Oh, you know what? There's another wave tonight.
Yay!
Huh, how about that?
We've got another wave
Wow,
of
okay,
competitors
so, yeah.
following this. So, our
So Drum Pounder's not the last run of the night.
Jerome Powders is not our last hopeful for the evening. We've got other competitors looking to come on and take
And
this
a
course
good
on.
number that are experienced and have the capability of beating this course.
That is promising. That is exciting.
Yes.
Oh, this could be amazing.
Jerome Pounders is going to be our last athlete coming out of Ninja Life, another Florida gym.
There's a few more on my list.
Well, we've got a few more after this.
On my list, I'm not sure.
I have Jerome Pounders last, but I could be wrong.
Well,
The run order has a few more.
Okay, run order's changed.
well, Jerome looking to line up this course, stepping up to the starting platform here.
Is he running in pajama bottoms?
I am struggling to tell. They do look like pajama bottoms.
Interesting.
Interesting and cool.
You know, it probably gives him some more flexibility. I don't mind that.
Well, he's going for that static approach.
I love the creak because he's using only one side of the wingding.
Yeah.
It's creaking side to side. It's the best sound in our sport.
Oh!
Just go up for the... Yeah, I should have just gone up for the trapeze. And another victim of the landing platform.
Landing
That's
platform.
5 or 6 now.
Taking more victims than we
Oh,
expected.
interesting sideways grab. Didn't give him any momentum, though, so I don't think that beta is the play.
Well, we're going to see Jerome continue on through this course and see how he would have done had he not fallen on that infamous landing platform. It really is gaining a reputation. Now moving through traffic jam here. Can he stick this third wheel? That is the real question. Again, proving to struggle. The morale's down, perhaps, but he's building up a giant swing, and he sticks it.
Yeah, down inside of 30 seconds. Seconds looking for that dismount, and he's got it.
Jerome
Our
looking
heel
good
turn
here.
Will be a moral victory, as he would have beaten the 3 hard obstacles.
Oh!
Falling off the last step of the target
Taking
turn.
that
He will not have enough time to be quiet.
Wow, you can just see how slippery that rope is right there. And that is a shame. But, you know, Jerome, making his debut season as well, so we can't discredit how he has done.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't want to come out on the landing platform there, but it's a great effort nonetheless.
I do not see anyone on the start line.
Well, it looks like we're going to be taking a pause momentarily.
Yep.
Whilst we wait for our next wave.
Yep, and we're going to have about a 15-minute break here. 8:38, the scheduled start time for the next wave. And we hope you join us for the final wave of the evening.
Looking forward to hopefully getting it clear.
Well, there are people that can do it in this wave. Let's see if we can get one.
Okay, so now we are back with Wave 3. Very exciting times here. We've got Alexander Olyink stepping up to the plate, and I'm really hopeful now that we're finally going to see our first Stage 1 finisher coming into the last wave of this evening. Alexander taking that singular swing approach, which is what we like to see. Taking that static approach. Has already got quite the swing on Kitty Hawk, but having real trouble here. But recovering. The first athlete to actually static Kitty Hawk, I believe. And I think he's regretting it immediately here. And struggling, that run spelled disaster very, very quickly there. Welcome back up.
Yeah, I was going to take a couple runs off to go buy food until I realized that my guy was up first. This is my guy, Alex Olenek.
Unfortunately, we saw him come
From Iron City
unstuck.
Ninja, yeah.
Kitty Hawk got the
His
best of
son
him.
Oliver also competes in the kids division, and I see him every now and again in the gym. It's very much a family affair in their family.
That's beautiful. Ninja becoming part of the family tradition, I guess.
Yeah.
Alexander now just seeing how far he can get. He had a great deal of time left.
Yeah, he's relatively new to Ninja, but you know, this is a great experience for him, especially that he gets to do this with his son Oliver.
Yeah, and just getting that first round of experience is everything that you need. He doesn't seem to be too stressed here.
Steve,
Good job, Alex. He's walking off having a good time.
Okay, good. Let me know, because I'm starving.
That's this one.
Okay. Wait, are we just driving through or sitting down? Oh.
Well, next up we got Britney Bunzie.
I had to make plans with my coach because I am starving.
And she is making her debut season here. Looking very happy, very excited to be stepping up onto the platform here today, which is what we like to see. We like to see that enjoyment, that smile on people's faces. That's the best kind of ninja.
Absolutely, and I am not familiar with her coach. This is a coach or significant other, family member.
Using that rope to get extra momentum there.
Yeah, usually we have athlete bios, and it kind of just slipped through the cracks this year, so. But Britney looking pretty strong here. Powerful kicks.
And she's looking good. I think we still are looking for that first female to make it through traffic jam here. That's what we're hoping for.
As these athletes go on, they should be getting further and further through the course. We will see if that's actually the case. But for now...
Well, we are on wave 3 now, so...
Yeah, starting to run out of time for a clear.
36 seconds on the clock here.
Yeah, she's finding herself in what I like to call no woman's land. Although, hold on, we might have a breakthrough.
Actually, I think she's worse in the situation, yeah. And she gassed out towards the end there. But let's see how she goes on traffic jam. Got a little bit of time left here in the time bank.
So now, ethics question here for you. You have 20 seconds. You're out of gas. Your run is over. Do you do this obstacle, or do you just say, you know what, screw it, let's do Tar Heel turn?
We know the answer to that. Of course you do. It's the ninja way. You've got to, you got to give things a go no matter what. That's just how we do things. There's no other way to do it. And you just never give up, which is what we've just seen on display there. Britney with a fantastic debut run. She should be so proud of that.
Break, but she's shown some strength. I bet she puts that to work in the skills. Hey, good work.
Good stuff.
And a big smile after. You like to see that also.
Big smile.
Antonio Velez has a bone to pick with the second obstacle, which he failed 2 years ago.
Looking to improve on that result, I am sure.
I think he can do it. I bet he can do it.
Well, he looks focused. He looks locked in on this course right now. Nothing else in his mind except the course ahead. And let's see if we can get him past that second obstacle here today. Just getting final checks from the ref, and he's going to be taking off on building blocks here. Making a great start. And I think he's going to go for the static here on swing bars.
That's the way to go, especially if you have this kind of length, although he's getting a little caught up.
Doesn't
But he-
quite have this momentum on that second
Yeah,
one.
maybe it was just the right approach to O'Shea because once he reached, he started to get a little catty-wonker.
Well, he's making decent time here.
Yes.
Now moving on to Kitty Hawk. And moving through with a great sense of
Oh,
urgency.
wow, that was a big slip, but he is in control.
I think an intentional slip, I'd say. Got a bit of awkward sideways momentum here.
You know, his time is actually decent. I'm not sure it's good enough to clear, but it's among the better times of our competitors, actually, as he knocks the splat over.
Yeah, he's making a good dent in this course here, for sure. Definitely not enough time for a clear here, but enough time to see how far he can go. Hopefully, I want to see him through Pipe Coaster. And we're going to get him onto Pipe Coaster.
Oh, well.
Second rope
Almost
slip.
missed the rope entirely.
That would have been funny and dangerous, but
Maybe he
also
didn't
funny.
have enough draw.
Yeah, there are more dangerous falls on this course.
It's Ninja. It comes with the territory. And unfortunately, he couldn't lay claim.
Yeah, I wonder how many of
Antonio.
these athletes are thinking about staticking it because we see a lot just holding on. I wonder if that's unfamiliarity with the object.
I have a feeling it's because they've already fallen. They don't feel the need to risk it at that point.
Fair enough.
So they're just going for that static. There always is that inherent fear. And when that adrenaline's gone.
An athlete I am vaguely familiar with is on the start block. Lindsay Littlefield has not yet beaten the third obstacle, but I have a feeling today's the day.
That could be an exciting. She could be our first female through traffic jam and onwards to the back end of this course.
A rare fun fact that I'm able to give about a competitor, she is a former beauty queen, I believe. She won Miss Massachusetts or Miss Teen Massachusetts, something like that. Wearing a knee brace, I'm a little bit concerned about that, but so much of this course is upper body that I'm not immediately concerned. Honestly, I'd be more concerned with her falling on that knee. So let's
Whoa.
just not fall.
Just don't fall.
Yeah,
Simple
although This
solution.
is a bit of a drop. Well, she's okay.
She's looking good here.
This would
And-
be a new personal best if she's able to beat Kitty Hawk. And she's,
Go, Lindsay!
I mean, got the wingspan. She's got the swing. This is looking good.
Grabbing the wrong side of this, but
That's
hopefully
fine. She
able,
can spin back around. She does.
struggling to get it going, but
Well, that trying to get a toe, but there we go. Trying to toe hook it, but was ultimately able to get there.
and it's looking to be a great run so far. Moving on to traffic jam here, making the time to chalk up,
Loads of time, at least to beat traffic jamming.
using that momentum.
I like this backwards facing approach.
Yeah, we're seeing that from a fair few ninjas at this point.
It gives you an ability to kip up, almost like a devil steps.
Oh.
I think she thought she had a finger on it.
She had her hand on it, but couldn't, unfortunately, hold it.
Lindsay has a lot of fans here in this ninja community. A favorite up in the Boston area. She trains at Vitality with Jordan. One of these days she's going to have a breakthrough moment. But in the meantime, I think she will settle with a new personal best.
Yeah, that is a new personal best, breaking through
All
obstacle
right,
3.
well, she's going for it.
And saving her knee in the process, no dramas there. And coming out with a good
A little bit of a
attitude.
screech. That's okay. Good work, Lindsay. New personal best.
Very good effort.
Lindsay, can you stop beating me? Stop beating me.
What a great, yeah, personal best. Got to obstacle 1.1, 2019, obstacle 1.2, 2020, obstacle 1.3, 2022. And now,
I'm trying to figure out what is on this gentleman's shirt. Some kind of cancer supporting. Oh, for the brand. That's a Pat McAfee thing. I cannot tell the color from here of his ribbon because I am colorblind. Here is Shawn Swarzy. Swarzy. In any event, Shawn looking to rep the brand.
moving on to swing bars here.
That ribbon is like navy blue.
Navy blue. So prostate cancer, I believe.
And, well, he's looking good here through
Yeah,
swing
actually.
bars. Making decent pace here. Good landing on the chalky platform, the infamous chalky platform.
We really got to wipe that down.
I do. It's beautiful. And
Almost spun the other way. Not the most efficient performance through Kitty Hawk we've seen today, but maybe he can pull a rabbit out of the hat. things looking good so far on Traffic Jam.
Gotta make this third grab.
Just doesn't have that pull. A pull-up, not a problem for these ninjas. A pull-up on a spinning object with not a
Yeah.
great hold.
And already
Much
gassed
harder.
from the previous half of the course. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a big ask, and unfortunately, we're just going to see him through the rest of this course, seeing how he goes. Great recovery there. That was awesome. And now, hopefully, we're going to see him on pipe coaster here. I want to see a big lâché.
Gets his fingertip on it, now a hand.
Lining it up.
Oh, tried staticking it and just didn't get it.
And again, going with that static. Alex, I think it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how our competitors go as we get into these later waves of the adult division with this lâché. I have a feeling it's going to be no troubles for some of our later seeded competitors.
Yeah. I mean, it was a killer 2 years ago. This looks a little bit easier, actually.
Really?
I think it's a little bit lower. Maybe they'll raise it for
That's nice of them.
elites. I don't know for sure. It looks very easy to raise, so
That would be very...
not too much of a problem if they decide to do that.
Wouldn't be surprised. Well, next up we got Kevin Thompson.
Another rookie. We've seen a lot of them so far.
And that's great. It's good to see new people introduced into the sport.
Part of the Ninja Nation team. Ninja Nation, a franchise of gyms, 2 in Colorado, 2 in Texas, and I believe they are either opening or have opened a gym in Charlotte, so perhaps that is where he is from, being
Wow.
a relatively local boy.
Can we acknowledge how smooth that static was across the swing bars? That was awesome, but now struggling
yeah,
a bit.
Much less elegant, but it's working so far.
Lost its smoothness. Going with that one arm approach.
And we roughed it up a little bit with sandpaper. Now this isn't. Wow, that is an interesting approach there on Traffic Jam. We have not seen kind of the hand over hand idea.
He loves his swing through. That's what we're seeing from Kevin Thompson here. He loves his swing through. Saving as much energy as possible by doing so.
I can vouch. Time not great.
Now moving on to
Still
Tar
vouches for
Heel.
that strategy, by the way.
Tar Heel turn. He's making a good dent in this course. Probably not a time that's able to finish, but we're going to see him onto pipe coaster here.
And lots of spinning, getting
Wow.
dizzy.
Like a
Not
little
looking
tornado.
Particularly promising because now he's got to straighten his head.
Wow, able to static it. That is...
Coming in hot to that rope and now kind of in no man's land again.
He can see the red lights coming on. He knows his
Gotta
time.
get to the landing at least. You know
Hard
what?
to
I
say
don't
whether he
crossed
got it
the
in.
plane. He had it. Yeah, no, he did not cross the plane. And that is precisely what Dan Galzinski is telling him. He did not fully cross the plane. Your body must entirely cross the plane, and he had both arms behind the plane, so that is not a clear in time.
I'll tell you what though, it was still a very good run. You know, it was his debut run, and we can't discredit how far he got there.
I am very excited for our next runner, Devin Barry, another one of my guys. He's been coming to the gym a lot more. He's really been working on his game, and I believe he's now coaching some nights. So he has really taken a love to this sport. I got my boy Steve on the sideline. Steve's excited. I'm excited. Devin's excited.
Do you believe he has potential to complete this course?
Fair chance.
Fair chance.
Non-zero.
That's exciting. That's what we need here. All we need is a glimpse of hope. Devin's got the bright yellow shirt on.
Yeah,
Blue
I
shorts.
like.
I love that.
We go mainly blue, but he's going with the yellow alternate. I like it.
It's good. Nice and colorful.
Okay.
Good recovery here.
Ultimately deciding to lâché to it. We don't have a whole lot of stuff that swings on this short of an arm because our ceiling is not super high, but we usually
Oh.
Devin.
No.
We usually hang things from the ceiling, so it's a lot bigger of a swing. That's what, number 7 now that's overshot the platform?
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep a big record here.
Kyle, if you're listening, let's start counting those.
I think so.
I think we're on 7.
It's becoming another obstacle in itself.
That it is.
Just needs its own. That can be the 8th obstacle. Just landing on the platform. And
Yeah,
Devin,
we can call it a point zone. I think he just stepped off the platform trying to get onto traffic jam.
Devin giving his second attempt here at traffic jam. Love to see the resilience here. Love to see him sticking with it.
Yeah, we definitely don't have anything like that at the gym.
He is retiring off of traffic jam and now
We don't have lily pads either, but
struggling on Tar Heel turn.
so I'm sure that Steve will find a way to get some lily pads, either just buying them or making them. Steve has a penchant of
Coming up with some new toys every now and again.
What a great run. Crowd getting behind him.
Way to go, man. We'll work on it.
Good stuff. Devin keeping that smile on his face, looking pretty happy
Devin
with his
has
run.
a great attitude.
And that's what you need as a ninja, a great attitude, because it's a great sport.
That brings us to who? I do not see anyone on the start line.
We have an empty platform, it appears.
Ah.
Well, it's been a very interesting night. I'll tell you that. It's been a surprising night.
And I'm glad that we're seeing clears on the other courses, which gives me a lot more confidence, especially for elites.
Yeah, I think so. But they do have less
This is not a
time.
Hartford, everybody. If you're just watching this stream, you might be starting to get Hartford vibes. You might be starting to get vibes of certain divisions from Center Court last year. Everything is fine. Everything is going to be fine. What?
Joe Meisner.
Well, yeah, I know he. Okay, I've been reminded to let you know that Joe Meisner beat Stage 1 earlier today. He had to run early in the afternoon.
Right.
Which brings us to Frank Schmidpeter. I did not catch what his shirt has to say. Let's go full send. I
Love
like it.
The ninja way, full sending everything.
Honestly, full sending has kind of, well, I was going to say hurt some of our athletes, but he has one of the better times.
Yeah. And he's looking really good so far. This
Actually,
is
yeah,
perhaps one of
maybe
the best
that's the
paces.
commentary stretch. Just talk about something else while somebody is running,
Yeah, just
and then they'll
completely
clear.
Ignore the run.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be huge here. 45 seconds left on the clock. Coming
One of the
into
best
Tar Heel
times.
turn. But this is a make or break
Yeah,
one here.
you really have to be delicate. You can't go fast, but our competitors need to go fast. It's a catch-22.
It is
There's
a
no
catch-22.
winning. And you can see he has taken a boatload of time on Tar Heel turn.
This is still possible here. He's just going to have to really turn on the burners here. Going down pipe coaster. Throws the
he's
hip
got
and
it.
sticks the landing.
Excited that he got it. Wow, he's fired up.
He
He's
is,
not getting fired up when
he
he
is
sees the
ready
clock,
to
he's
go.
got to go.
The crowd getting behind him. 10 seconds left on the clock
12
here.
seconds would probably be a world record on aerial barrel, but he is determined.
Oh,
Well, it was a full send. Hit that buzzer.
and what
Hit
a
that
great
buzzer.
run.
I guess he doesn't feel like he deserves it, but he deserves the round of applause he's just received for
That
the
was-
show he's given us.
What an awesome run. He had a great attitude coming down that, screaming as he came down that second pipe coaster.
Kelsey Massarini, our next competitor, a Warrior Factory athlete. Or actually, I think that Lion... Philip, is that Lion like Syracuse Ninja Barracks or something?
Axios.
Axios, and she has a Warrior Factory coach?
Oh, maybe not. It looks like the Axios one.
It's definitely a Lion.
It might be an old. It might be an Axios. I don't know.
We'll figure it out. Kelsey was not able to defeat Aerial Barrel last time she was here at the World Championship. And she is, I believe, the first woman to try the static approach.
And that's
Second.
the static.
Second. Okay, thank you.
The static's coming unstuck here. And she opts for the lache. Hopping off that first platform and now moving on to Kitty Hawk with a decent time. Got
Swing.
plenty of momentum here and catches it with ease here. No problems whatsoever. But now coming into the back end of Kitty Hawk.
But no spin. Gonna have to find something off of the ring.
Yeah, it's a really, really awkward position
Look at
that
the
she's in
walk-offs.
right
They're
now.
very impressive.
Yeah, showing so much strength. Hopefully this could help her on traffic jam here. And we could see our first female. through
It would be a
traffic
new
jam.
personal best also, but she's got to move. I don't think she has time to chalk.
She might move through this fast. We might see a miracle here. Jumping
she reaches up for the second one. She definitely has the strength to do it if she had a little bit more time. Went for the lock-off. Uh-oh.
What great lock-off strength.
Absolutely, but it's not helping here.
And unfortunately, the clock is going to wind her down here.
Yeah, and she realizes that her time is up. You don't realize it without the countdown clock. You only have to go off of the red light.
Yeah, the red lights are a big, big warning sign. And I reckon that plays with people's mental game. When you're coming through this course and you've got 10 seconds left and you see those lights start flashing, it definitely raises alarms in your head.
Good run out of Kelsey. Back of her shirt says Tough Mother, a pun on Tough Mudder, an OCR race. How's everybody enjoying the stream? Looks like Philip's checking in on the chat. Any questions we need to answer? No? Okay.
Well, now we got James Rutherford stepping up to the plate. And he's looking good.
Is this a...
This is a promising run.
He's from Warrior Tech, a gym here in North Carolina, not too far from here.
Came out on aerial barrel in 2020, so is hopefully hoping to get some revenge here on that obstacle, which is now obstacle
like he has the ability to get there, and he's moving through fairly quickly.
Yeah,
it's just going to take that perfect combination of one of these athletes that gets through with over a minute to spare, or through Kitty Hawk with over a minute to spare, plus, you know, putting the rest together that nobody's done yet. After people started failing on Tar Heel Turn, people have now taken it too conservatively. It's gone in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think so. And because it cuts down on their time. And when you run out of that time, at the end of the day, you're not going to get through. Even if you get through Tar Heel Turn.
Be conservative here. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression.
Yeah, you got to find that balance between going slow and being careful.
6 seconds. 5.
Through though.
24 seconds left. Definitely
I'm
not
trying
gonna
not
be
to say
clear.
the numbers that are being counted behind me on skills. A little bit awkward, but
Great lâcher.
High on the rope. You want to get a little bit lower. And now he's going to have to find a way to that platform in time. We
Really
have our second athlete run out of time trying to dismount here.
1 second left here.
And he doesn't do it. No, if he had a 1/10 of a second more.
Coming out again, technically on aerial barrel. 2 years back to back.
No, he didn't beat the pipe coaster in time.
Oh, I didn't count
So
it.
I guess technically. Never got a chance at revenge, unfortunately.
Perhaps needed that extra 20 seconds there.
Yep.
I reckon spending a bit too much time on Tar Heel Turn.
And traffic jam as well.
And traffic jam. Well, next up we got Brian Mendez. Coming into some of these later competitors, they are showing great promise. Brian Mendez came out last year on Splatterlot, which was the 7th obstacle.
Last obstacle of the stage.
So Brian's consistent. We can trust in that. We can trust in the fact that he's going to hopefully get quite far into this course and perhaps just know that time is of the essence.
Well, let's see what Brian has in store for us.
Going with that one-arm approach followed by a lasher.
This is quick. He knows that he has to be urgent. I'd like to see him get right up there. And let's see some of the tech that we've learned here on Kitty Hawk. Named, of course, for the city in North Carolina where the Wright brothers first found flight.
That's a really cool name.
Thank you. I forget if that was me or Philip.
Well, whoever came up with it, it's a great name.
Yeah.
Brian now moving through traffic jam with a
If Philip doesn't think it's him, it's definitely me.
Well, I'll tell you what is almost better than that name. The fact that he's got 45 seconds left.
And he's done Tar Heel Turn quickly. This is what we needed to see.
This has got potential here.
I agree.
He's just got to execute.
Has the ability to beat Jagger for first place here.
Brian Mendez coming through with the fastest time to date.
This is exactly what we needed to see from a clear.
Just got to stick this landing platform.
Okay, got it.
This
now
could be huge.
Oh, actually, okay, no, we did get a punch. I'm sorry.
20 seconds left on the clock here.
This might be first place. We will have to see.
Brian
In
Mendez.
the meantime, beating aerial barrel, the task at hand. He's got the... No! He got caught up in the swing.
I can't believe it.
Now, in the past, there's been somebody holding that swing. But because we haven't had it yet, it's not fair to the competitors that we start and it's just such a tough break for Brian Mendez. We will 100% be seeing him on stage 2.
That was an awesome run.
If we can see the leaderboard, did he get first place? Second. Wow.
place.
So Jagger still remains in first place.
Jagger really had a good time.
Yeah.
Wait, no, first, barely.
Okay, no, we've been corrected. He has just barely taken first place.
Wow.
We will see if that holds. Still 3 waves and change to go.
Another returning competitor we have stepping up is David Fleming. Came out in 2021. He was in the youth adult division and came out on young adult division. Sorry.
It's my shorthand. You don't have to worry about it.
And came out on obstacle 5. So hoping to improve on that result in the adult division.
That was a tough Lachey obstacle. Obstacle 5 this year, a tough balance obstacle, as it turns out. People often overlook the balance on NNL courses. But... Okay, David can reset here, and he's going to need to get a swing.
Every ninja loves their upper body. Not a lot love agility.
And another one grabbing it sideways. I feel like that makes it overly complicated.
I think it does.
It's working so far.
It really is. David's moving through this with great pace, and I'm really excited for these Wave 3 competitors who are hitting this course with great urgency.
Well, he does not have the time to beat the course. Definitely has the time to get a new personal best if he can get through this obstacle and the next one.
And he sticks the 3rd wheel, which is no longer seeming to be a problem for these later athletes. I remember towards the start, everyone was coming on stuff, but now it's becoming quite easy.
And he's out on the 5th obstacle again.
Tar
A
heel
little
turn.
too fast on tar heel turn, trying to make up for lost time.
But we're going to see him do the big lâché on pipe coaster, hopefully, if he can get to the bar.
He had a little ring slider last year, nothing quite like this. So I'm sure he was looking forward to attempting it, but I don't know that he's going to get up to the bar in time.
He's really struggling to grab that bar, and I think that's it.
Given way.
So not quite a personal best, but again, a great effort from David Fleming.
Looks like he's coming out of Jump Twist Ninja Academy down in Florida. The coach seems to approve, so a lot of Florida athletes today. Now we have Jessica Wong, who is one of our more colorfully dressed athletes.
Definitely. Very colorfully dressed, making her debut in the adult division and in NNL. So hopefully the nerves don't get the better of her here, and hopefully she has an amazing run.
So far, so good. I'm really glad that all of the girls so far have been able to get up to that trapeze. There was some talk that there might be a little bit of a worry because in past years, there have been a lot of girls that have had trouble grabbing high on the rope and they're unable to get to the second obstacle. I think the steps, those last 2 steps were raised really high and the wingding might have been lowered a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely been a lot more accessible of a course, which I like.
It is very good to see. No one's come out on building blocks, and Jessica's doing really well here, moving through Kitty Hawk in a great time.
Yeah, actually, this might be in first place. We'll have to see at the conclusion of this run. In the meantime, still 40 seconds to try to secure first and get a stranglehold on it because this traffic jam has baffled our female athletes so far.
Having a lot of sideways momentum there. Definitely not what she's wanting.
Yeah, no, this is not good. She's got to reset if she can. But yeah, there we go. Starting to reset.
Going for
Gotta get a new
attempt number
strategy
2.
here.
19 seconds left on the clock. She's going to jump to it. Going for her 3rd reset now. Wow.
New attempt.
Big jump.
Going for the second one.
And it's a big swing to the 3rd one. She's not going to get through traffic jam, but can she stick this 3rd wheel?
Nah. Too much sideways momentum again. You really cannot prepare for that. That's such a tough obstacle. Nothing you can do to prepare for it. Good job, Jessica. But you know what? A smile on her face, and we've been seeing a lot of smiles from our competitors after they run.
That's a beautiful part of the adults division. A lot of people aren't taking it too seriously. They're just here for their personal best. And next up, we've got
Rashid Demchenko.
Nailed it.
Thank you. I've been around the block.
Been around the block. He...
A very fierce-looking shirt.
Yeah.
Prince of Persia, looks like.
A man who means business. Hopefully going to take this ferocious approach into the course here and attack it with an intensity that we need to beat it. That's what we're hoping for here.
Oh, here we go.
And he is attacking it with intensity, for sure.
Dismount.
Using that bar to stabilize and now taking a big swing up. Landing on Kitty Hawk with a great pace so far.
Yeah, everything looking pretty good for Rashid. Quick descent, and he has a minute left. That's kind of been the benchmark, is having a minute left on this obstacle.
Yeah, it
but
has
then
been good.
keeping up that pace, which he's starting to lose here.
He's got a big, big reach. He's a big man. And he's using that to his full advantage here.
40 seconds. What does he have left in the tank?
Now moving on Tar Heel turn. This is the big one. He's taking a bit too much time here, but he makes it through, and now we're going to see him onto the pipe coaster, onto the big lache that we all love to see.
Yes, sir.
His hands sliding on the rope there quite a fair bit. 18 seconds left on the clock. Probably not going to be enough to finish, but can he stick this lache? Letting out a big scream as he comes down.
He knew it immediately.
Knowing that the rope is getting the better of him today.
Hey, it was entertaining.
Hey, good run, bro. Good run.
Yeah, good run, but not lucky, huh?
And he does not like that rope. He will probably, yeah.
Well, Jack, I think it's only appropriate that you have the floor for our next competitor, Jack.
My pleasure.
Because I need water.
I unfortunately have not had the pleasure of meeting Jack Bosclair, but I'm excited to see how he goes on this run. Wearing blue and orange shirt, black shorts with a bit too much chalk on it. That's what we love to see out here on the course today. And he's going to be taking on the building blocks. No fails on the building blocks today, which is a surprise. In past years, we have seen people come out on the building blocks. Hopefully shows that people aren't taking this course too seriously. They're not too nervous. And Jack is attacking this with a great amount of urgency here, which is what we like to see. Moving smoothly through Kitty Hawk and showing off his lock-off strength as he moves through here. And now onto traffic jam. Hopefully not going to get caught up in traffic as he moves up these wheels. This is the third wheel, and he sticks the transition. No troubles whatsoever there. And I'll tell you what, this is a good time. This has potential. Jack could be it, but he's really going to have to get a wriggle on here. There really is no time for hesitation on this course, and I think that's the beauty of what the NNL team has set up here. They've set up a course that really demands perfection. And you can see he's got the AirPods in. He's really focused. 18 seconds left. Definitely not going to be time for a clear, but he's lining up the big lache on pipe coaster. Oh! And just comes unstuck. Alex, you missed out on a solid run. I'm sorry.
I mean, I saw it from the... I was literally 10 feet away, so... By the way, remember how I told you what state to guess from, if you don't know? Guess where Strive Ninja Fit... Wow, that was an amazing bailout. Guess where Strive Ninja Fitness is?
Anytime I'm in doubt, just say Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Someone will call me out for it.
Shout out to the Strive team, one of the newer... well, I would say newer, but yeah, they're not new anymore. Practically elder statesmen at this point. As we welcome Marina Perizzolo to the course.
Again, making her debut. We've had 4 debuts in a row now, which is really exciting to see. Lots of people stepping up to the platform. Stepping up to the chopping block as well, just seeing how far they can get through this.
Still about 15 runs left in this wave as we're seeing Marina have some trouble here with this rope. There we go, able to get it.
15 more hopefuls to complete stage 1.
Rocking the pink too, I like it.
Yeah, a lot of colorful colors. A lot of colorful ninjas we've had throughout.
Certainly ninjas like to make a fashion statement.
And that's what we want.
Little bit of issue Lashane here. Starting to get a rhythm.
Building it up as she looks for this second catch.
Oh, not able to get it. Oh,
wow.
Okay, that's fine. She kind of bent her knee back on the landing. Might have tweaked it a little bit.
She seems to be okay now. That was definitely tweaked, yeah. That would have
Starting to
broken.
grimace
That would have
the pain a
broken
little
my
bit.
knee for sure. Now got plenty of momentum here on Kitty Hawk,
Well, she was able to land that, which makes me feel a lot better.
and unfortunately the red lights are on, and her morale's probably a bit down. Now moving on to traffic jam. This one's
Tried
a
to reach
real
out to
killer.
that second wheel, not able to do it.
It's really interesting how the two most deceptively simple obstacles are taking out.
But clearly her knee's fine if she's doing this.
Oh! Wow.
Full send, I like it.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is
Full
such
commitment.
a great learning experience for a lot of these competitors. Obviously, her first season in the NNL, and I know she's going to come back stronger next year. Way to go, Marina.
Well done.
Thank you.
And keeping a smile on her face, a great learning experience
I
nonetheless.
still cannot figure out what her shirt says. Apologies to Marina. Although a person I know very well, Emily Seville, is on the start line. Emily has competed twice, failed the swivel steps 3 years ago, and forward progress 2 years ago. So looking to make a personal best today, I think very doable considering we've seen a lot of girls get through swing bars.
If she can get through swing bars and onto Kitty Hawk, this would definitely be a great personal best for her. So let's see how she goes.
The whole Seville family really into ninja. They all work at Movement Lab in New Jersey. Her and her brother Wayne, her father and her mother, all big ninja fans. They all compete.
Well, she's looking good so far.
Emily trying to grit out a personal best. Let's go, Emily. She's got it, just the landing.
What an awesome effort. And now for the infamous dismount, taking that second, third swing that she needs. And she sticks it.
Six the landing, 10 out of 10 from the judges.
10 out of 10. And now onto Kitty Hawk. So this could be a personal best here.
It is. It already is.
Already is. And now just looking to improve on that. Now this
She's
is
got
a
a
big.
good swing.
This looks promising.
Gets the grab. Still plenty of time. At least to beat this
Wow.
obstacle.
Looks like she has the potential coming around. Can she get the arm
Gotta
on the
remember
rope?
to go with her right hand. That's the side on the I'm trying to go back around. Starting to get caught up.
She's
But still with the determination. And she
Gotta
went
get
with the wrong
all-
hand. She got up there and went with the wrong hand. She needed to go with her right.
yeah.
Her right hand was on that sloped down section, and that is really difficult to hold on to. It's a tough break for Emily, but showing great resolve with a new personal best.
And that's what we love. We love to see those personal bests. And I'm sure she'll be back next year to improve on that.
Hey, next year let's get to the fourth obstacle.
That's exactly right.
Well done to Emily.
Next up we got Leah Wilcox. So let's see. She's making her debut season, so she's ready to set her own personal best no matter where that may be. Just stepping onto that first block is a PB.
Trips on the start platform now. She's out of the Grit Ninja in the New York City area. I was talking with one of the coaches at Grit, Henry Farrar, who is scheduled to run here today. Unfortunately got into a car accident a couple weeks ago, had some
Wow.
herniated discs, and unfortunately is unable to compete.
That is rough. That is
Yeah,
not-
but
not-
he is here supporting his athletes. He's in good spirits. He's feeling good, but just not quite ready for Ninja just yet. We'll see if Leah, can carry the torch.
And that's it. I notice when ninjas get injured, they always find ways to work around their injuries, just no matter what.
Sometimes with a little too much hubris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Leah is working her way through the swing bars.
And looking good so far.
Yeah, trying to get that kick. I think she's kicking her legs back a little too early now, getting the rhythm.
Smooth so far.
It's funny, I recognize so many people on the sidelines and I want to point them out, and everybody at home would be like, who?
Yeah.
Because
I
mostly
would
like
be one
parents of
included.
kids, you know.
Well,
Well, Leah doing good so far. We've definitely seen that Kitty Hawk is very beatable for these girls.
yeah, Kitty Hawk is really becoming an obstacle that isn't of too much difficulty for our competitors anymore.
I'm going to give a little spoiler alert. It's going to be a little tougher during the elites. So we'll see if it
Yeah.
becomes an issue tomorrow. In the meantime,
I'm
Leah's through.
I think in the elite division, it's gonna become a killer. when
22 seconds left. How far can she get through traffic jam?
Making great progress so far. This could have potential to be top 35%, potentially.
I'm not totally convinced, but maybe.
Yeah, it would be a very last position.
And I think she's just out of gas. Officially, she will run out of time. Just nothing going there on traffic jam.
And that is the clock winding her down.
Good run, though, for Leah. Great debut. As we move on to Keith Visley. Hey, another one of my guys.
Another one of your guys.
So we have a Warrior Boot Camp class for people that are, you know, very new to Ninja. A lot of them very new to, you know, sports in general. Keith has become one of the mainstays, first at boot camp and now graduating to Adult Open Gym. We see him all the time. He has been a veteran of the competition circuit now.
Do you reckon Keith has potential to complete this?
I hope so.
I hope so as well. I would love to see Keith through to the end here. He's looking calm, looking confident.
Yeah.
Attributes that we love to see in a ninja who is capable of completing this course. So let's see how he goes.
For sure. Nice and calm, too.
Yeah, very.
Very calm. First World Championship, but it is not phasing him at all.
Do you reckon you'd be nervous up on the starting line?
So nervous I wouldn't... I don't know. I'm nervous doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, the nerves are like no other when you're up on that starting platform, I'm sure of it.
Well, I like what Keith is doing so far. Finding that dismount. Oh, learning his mistakes from Devin. Needing to bring a hand down, but it works. And I like that I'm seeing competitors that are running tomorrow on the sidelines, even in elites, trying to figure out this course.
Keith moving through very smoothly.
I like this a lot. And we don't really have anything like this at Iron City. Not that there's anything like this much anywhere. But Keith is making the most of it. Let's go, Keith. I'm not biased at all.
Yeah, not biased at all.
Nah. I just want my guys to do well, you know. They don't got to win a world championship. I just want them to do well. There are a couple I want to win world championships.
Yeah.
But Keith in his debut season is making remarkable progress, and he's going to make it to the 6th obstacle. If he beats this, he will almost certainly be through to Sunday. Oh no,
Can he stick the landing?
Yeah, no, he's doomed now.
And he's having a little bit of fun now.
What happened was
he's trying everything he can. The red lights come on.
He pulled the dipper off too early. Steve, we're pulling the dipper out of the box. We're pulling the dipper out of the box.
And a great effort.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We're pulling the dipper out of the box.
Maybe some nice
Huh? Sure.
Keith having a great run.
Steve,
man.
the second gym.
That's right. Next door.
Yeah. 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 Who needs them? Sledgehammer. We'll be fine.
Well, coming into the last 10 or so competitors here for tonight, we've got Matthew Swolbowski.
He is a veteran. Twice he's gotten to the back half of stage 2 years ago on Tar Heel Turn, one of the few.
That is promising. That's what we like to hear.
Although Tar Heel Turn much more difficult than it was. Already we've seen more fails than we've saw in the entirety of 2020. Bazooka barrel victim a year ago.
Going with that.
Presumably a time issue. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Actually, I wasn't there on Adult Day last year, so.
Going with the static approach, and he's looking good so far. This could be a promising run.
I like what I'm seeing. Good time. Let's see him get to the dismount quickly.
Matthew showing.
And now let's see if he can pick up the pace, because these fast athletes here have not necessarily been keeping the pace.
He's showing that experience helps, but is it going to help him enough here with 50 seconds on the clock coming through to the back half of traffic jam? And he's moving with really good pace so far. This has potential.
Well, now the scene of the crime 2 years ago, Tar Heel Turn. Has he learned his lesson?
Is it going to repeat history? And he gets through.
All right, so no repeat of history. Those who do not learn history are doomed to repeat it. And I can say that because he cleared. Now can he get a new personal best by beating this obstacle? That's a great
Wow.
And honestly, not awful time if he gets to this landing quickly.
He's going to
gotta go
have
quickly.
15 seconds left. This has potential here if he's really goes.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much has to go on this right here.
You gotta go for that.
Yeah, no choice.
10 seconds.
Just not
Looks like he's
comfortable
taking
with it.
Big kick. Send it.
Pretty much, yeah, and he kicked the barrel. That barrel is,
Yeah, that's going to pose an issue for our
Yeah.
ninjas. But that's part of the course.
yeah. So he'll 100% be top 35. Hey, awesome job, man. We're going to see you on Sunday in stage 2, I think.
That's a
He's in
great,
the strongest
great
ninja
run.
division. Oh, he lost something. What'd you lose? Oh, a ring.
Tried to save it mid-swing. I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
Well, you pick it up later. Don't worry about it.
I noticed that he was checking his one of his hands as he was sliding down the second pipe coaster. I was like, what is going on there? That's just a show of strength, I guess, as well.
Absolutely. Taking a quick look here, the pipe coaster is suddenly, actually, of all of the last 5 obstacles now have double-digit fails.
Well, that's
19
exciting.
on Kitty Hawk, 18 traffic jam, 13 tire turn, 14 pipe coaster, and 10 aerial barrel. We
Balanced course.
exactly. Who would have expected this to be such a I mean, besides us, expected this to be such a balanced course.
And 0 fails on building blocks so far.
That's what we like
That's
to see.
very
You
exciting.
don't want to repeat of 2019.
We do not want to repeat.
Josh Parisi has experience beating stage 1. He did it a year ago in the adult division.
Made it to Lawrence Ladder in stage 2.
Now that was a quick dismount. Most athletes have been taking an extra swing.
But he knows that time is of the essence here.
It's a little slow around here, but that's okay.
He
I
doesn't
think
seem
that's
to be.
an Austin Ninjas shirt I spotted. Can't tell.
He's taking a very interesting approach through Kitty Hawk here.
Oh dear, getting caught up, and all that goodwill is starting to be
Time's so
lost.
good.
But he's got the strength, and his time is still good here, so there is definitely potential coming into traffic jam.
Yeah, I mean he's got to fly through the rest of the course to clear it, but he's looking good.
He is looking good. And he's looking smooth. 37 seconds left on the clock here, coming into Tar Heel turn. Can he execute?
A little bit of a slip there on that first lily pad, but able to save it by getting to the step quickly. 28 seconds left.
And we're now going to see him onto my favorite obstacle, pipe coaster, as he goes for this big lâché. Manages to grab the bar with relative ease. Flies up
Flying
and
through the
sticks the
air.
landing. Now coming in with 13 seconds left.
Yeah.
Probably going to need a miracle here to make it through aerial barrel.
Pretty much got to go for this. And he doesn't have the swing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think he's saving
Hey,
himself.
do not mark that as a timeout, Kyle. That was not a timeout. He was off with 2 seconds left.
Right. he's saving himself from the face
Looks
plant,
like
I
he
think.
was from Banff up in Buffalo, maybe? I couldn't tell what his shirt was doing. Maybe that's his look. Oh my
Wow. We are seeing a proposal right in front of our eyes. Woohoo! And I think she's saying yes.
She said yes. Congratulations to the happy couple.
Wow.
Hey, for the second straight year, we had a proposal from a Buffalo Ninja. Tremendous congratulations to Josh and his girlfriend, now fiance. A moment they will never forget, and a moment we will never forget.
What a beautiful moment. Wow.
Well, hard to transition out of that into Jamie Mahler, her first World Championship.
That is going to be a tough act to follow. Jamie, unfortunately, coming right out of the
Some
course of a
incidental
proposal.
taps of the wingding, that's fine. Struggling to get up, that's okay. Great rope climbing technique, though. Oh, and now that's a push. That is going to be a DQ.
Is it?
It should be.
That.
But look at the grit and determination, trying to make something out of this. Spinning back and forth, now starting to make me dizzy.
That is. Yeah, Jamie had it rough from the start. Unfortunately, just having the
Yeah.
crowd cheering like crazy, probably throwing off her game a little bit here.
Yeah, maybe a little distracted. We'll go with that.
And we got to respect the fight.
But you know what? Still a smile on her face. Still knows that there's still some obstacles to try.
She's recomposing herself here as she comes into Kitty Hawk.
Deep breaths.
And you know what? It's just about personal progress. gotta admire the grit here.
Ooh, coming down hard on her knee. Oh no.
Going out
I can
in
imagine she's fine.
style.
She's fine.
And she
It was
kept a smile on her
frustration.
face.
It was frustration.
Can we also acknowledge that Josh kept that ring in his pocket the whole time of
Yeah.
that run?
Thank goodness it didn't fall out.
That's I think that's where his mind was. I don't think he was really thinking about the course.
He still got pretty far through, so credit to him.
I reckon he was thinking a lot more about the proposal, but that's really what a moment.
And we have another French athlete up on the courts. It's Jürgen Herr.
Probably Jürgen.
Jürgen Herr, excuse me. Yeah, Jürgen sounds right.
Yeah, Jürgen. And
here come the French athletes. They're all down on the course.
you get to see them
Camera
in a
phones out.
moment.
French flag out. Allez le bleu.
Jürgen.
Big swing. But a little off center, maybe?
Looking to give this a really good crack here today, representing the French team.
Should have gone there.
Yeah, definitely taking one too many swings on that first
Flew
second obstacle.
across the pond for this opportunity and almost blew it on a dismount. Women number 8.
Yeah, it's a good count. And if you can hear in the background, I believe in the Masters division, there is something spectacular going on.
There's a dude in a cast doing the second obstacle with one arm.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
that
we'll need to
sums
watch
it up.
that on the replay, but in the meantime, we got Jürgen on the course with 40 seconds.
Jürgen
It's hard to
doing
pick which run to watch, but
Yeah,
Jürgen
really.
with a lot of support here.
the French team with their unwavering support here. He's moving through traffic jam with a really good pace here. And it's really hard to commentate over the loud crowd that is just
It's
screaming.
distracting, yeah.
across from the
Apologies
road.
to Jürgen. Well, let's see if he can finish strong here on Tar Heel Turn.
And he's looking good.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of a misstep on the rope. 3 seconds left. He's not gonna get to do the dipper. And
What a
he will
great
officially
effort.
Go down as the pipe goes to fail. Well, he has the bar. No,
And he-
you flew this far. You might as well do it.
He wants to go for it.
Yeah, he's out of gas.
He's out of gas.
Great run by Jürgen.
Jürgen flying in from France, made the big trip over and made it worthwhile, making it through 5 obstacles. You gotta be
Yes,
proud of that
done
effort.
for his
in you.
first World Championship. Hopefully, we'll see him back next year. Caitlin Ilgenfritz, the Ilgenfritz family, well known around these parts, and the Dexterity Depot crowd cheering her on. The Dexterity Depot contingent, I've noticed over the last World Championship, one of the loudest gym contingents.
Well, that's what we like to hear. We want to hear people getting around to their athletes.
Yes. Now, I've seen a number of Ilgenfritzes before. Caitlin is making her inaugural World Championship run.
It's exciting times.
That it is, Jack.
Now, going with that first static
Okay.
approach, I have a feeling it's going to be followed up with a lache.
What is that stick? I assume that's a camera. That can't be getting good visuals.
Probably
hard-
like a GoPro.
Yeah, that is a really interesting camera.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sure it's capturing something.
Yeah.
It's
Well, in
cool.
any event, Caitlin making good work of this course. Nice swings.
Hoping to make it through Kitty Hawk,
Kitty Hawk, there you go.
and onto traffic jam.
Getting caught up there. There we go. And down she goes.
Down the slope, down the road.
31 seconds. There is time to complete this obstacle for sure.
This could be huge, setting a new benchmark for the females.
Going with that backwards approach that we're starting to see from athletes.
And they are trying every single approach. They're
Didn't work.
watching on, and it really is. It's a big gap, and a lot of female competitors are really struggling with it as a result. And a lot of competitors in general are just really struggling with it.
But ultimately able to get through Tar Heel Turn, a moral victory for her first World Championship.
And we might get to see her onto pipe coaster.
Time and
Unfortunately,
out of
not.
gas.
A great effort though, nonetheless.
More excitement for our next competitor.
With this Caitlin. Very
Oh,
cool.
it is Caitlin. I'm sorry.
No, it's...
Or no, Stella. That
Stella.
was... They were saying go Katie to Caitlin, who just ran. Yeah.
Well, Stella...
I block out on commentary. I'm sorry. We have Stella Holzer in her first World Championship. We have
Very
some
cool.
of her fans on the sidelines. I can't tell. Oh, I believe this is a German competitor. Yes. Our first German competitor. And she is underway.
Very exciting to see that international representation
Yes.
in the adults division.
I'm excited for her.
Sticking that first lâché, looking for the second one here. And she lands it. Great effort so far, now coming onto the infamous dismount platform.
Oh, no! Overshot it again. That's number 8.
Oh, I should not have said infamous platform. An obstacle in itself. She is now just going to be seeing how far she can go now, moving on to Kitty Hawk here.
That's going to be a real shame if she's the first girl today to beat Traffic Jam. Looking really strong.
Yeah, great lock-off on display here.
Looks like she's some kind of karate champion based on the back of her shirt. Would not want to face her in a fight or a ninja course for that matter,
would be
she's
cool.
looking strong.
As you said, people come from all different disciplines
Yes.
in the ninja sport, which is what makes it such a great sport. You get gymnasts, just everything really, just people from all different backgrounds. A few rock climbers here and there.
Oh, yeah. Having some trouble dismounting. Only 10 seconds left, though. Let's see what she can do on Traffic Jam.
Looks like she's giving it a go, but unfortunately, I think she's just gassed out there.
Yep.
And she's fallen victim to it.
Well, you know what? The thing that makes this the best is that she gets to do this with her fellow countrymen. A tough break. Wow, actually, those World Karate Championships were held in Auckland, New Zealand.
That's really cool. So, second World Championship.
Yes, okay. Thank you for that note. Yes, so that was our last female competitor of the night, and no one has made it through Traffic Jam for the girls yet. Well, yeah, no girls yet. So hopefully we will see one tomorrow. But I have strong hopes for this, who I believe is the last competitor of the night. No, we have one more after this. But first we have Mark O'Brien, brother of Sam O'Brien, a longtime ninja veteran.
Wow, Mark is moving through this with a
Mark's
great,
4th world champ. Well, okay, careful now.
very smooth approach so far. And he's got a lot of power, he's got the height, he's got the body type. This could be it.
4th world championship.
And the experience.
Yeah. First in the adult division, though. He was in the young adults for the last 2 years.
Never completed stage 1.
Today might be the day. He's looking good.
He's got the practice, that's
Yeah.
for sure. And he's moving really well.
If I know the
for Traffic
O'Briens
Jam.
well enough, they train very hard, and they are ready for all kinds of wonky obstacles.
And moving so smoothly through. 40 seconds left on the
Has
clock
the
here.
urgency. This might be it. We might be finishing off with a bang.
Love to see it here. Flying up.
Okay, you got it. Okay, he might have the time.
Great
He's gotta
power
dismount
here.
quickly. He's got to dismount quickly because he is not in first place.
This has potential. Great dismount. Now moving on to
Gotta
aerial
make
barrel.
something happen here.
He's got to go
Gotta
now.
go right here. Oh, and he doesn't.
He's taking that second swing. There's still potential. He's got to go off this first swing.
No! Tried the claw grip.
And I think he switched mid-air. Perhaps just should have
Yeah.
stayed on the same side.
If he had 5 more seconds, he would have got it for sure.
If
He
only.
really needed to go one swing earlier, transitioning from the foot swing.
Probably still top 35% contender, which is exciting. He had a decent time coming into that point, so definitely could still be seeing him on stage 2 on Sunday, which is exciting.
Okay. I think this is it.
This is it.
This is our guy. Leon Visman is our last runner of the day. What a statement this would be. The last run, being the first clear,
That
joining
would be
us from
very
Germany.
exciting.
I know we're not allowed to talk about shows, but he has made it to stage 3 on a certain show before.
So
It takes place in Germany.
he's got experience.
So he has the experience he has, the crowd behind him.
And he's looking good so far. Wow. He's got urgency behind him.
Yes.
He knows how to go. 1 minute 10 on the clock, moving through with
This
great
is our
pace.
fastest pace so far.
This is what we need to see. This is the urgency that we are lacking, and Leon is really showing it up here.
Wow.
We definitely had success with German competitors in the NNL.
You know, Philip pointing out we've had success with German competitors in the past. I don't. Oh no.
Oh,
Use the pillar. Okay. No call yet.
No issues, but he's having a bit of trouble here, wasting valuable time. But he's made up the time from earlier
Run
obstacles.
still active. No yellow flag on the floor. We should be good. They kip up. 31
And he is
seconds.
looking good here. Coming through pipe coaster, he's just...
Too quickly off of the rope, but he will find that last rope.
Can he
24
dismount quickly?
seconds. Not in first place, but he has the ability to do this. I don't know if he's ever done anything like aerial barrel before. This will be the last obstacle of the day. Can we finish off with a bang? Makes the catch.
15 seconds left on the clock. Hoping to not come unstuck here. This could be huge. Can he stick the leg?
He forward grabbed it. You can't forward grab it. Ah.
We end with a bang.
We end with two bangs, really.
Yeah, two close calls. We are itching for that stage 1 finish, but
We will get it tomorrow, I promise. As we
will.
see Leon Visman currently on the podium. We will see him on Sunday in stage 3, I would assume. But we end the day with no clears in the adult division.
that is crazy. Crazy exciting as well. For the fact that, yeah, and I think he might have been DQ'd back there. That was.
We will
potentially a
see.
shift,
I
but
think
we'll
Dan
see.
Galzinski is talking with somebody about something. So we see Jagger still in first place for the men. Can we see the women, please? I'm curious to see what our podium is. Women's leaderboard's not working. All right, well, check the NNL website to see who is in first place in the women, as well as all results from throughout the weekend. Jack, I'm hungry. I'm going to sign off.
I'm going to sign off as well, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the elite division.
Oh boy, I'm so excited. This has been kind of brutal, but it's the appetizer for the main course that will take place over the next 2 days.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah, that's me signing off. Thank you all for listening.
All right. Good night, guys.